It's temple. I hardly know pull.
Oh, that okay.
Yeah,
Who's pull?
It's not as funny, but it's thematic. The naming convention continues. All right. So I believe last time, the big rock in the sky had screamed and began to fall to the earth. Correct?
Yeah.
You guys were gonna get swooped upon.
We were getting swooped. We had left
The
the Amber
bird.
Temple.
I was very confused for a moment.
The bird called Rock with ROC, just ROC. The big bird that yells dolefully in the night was like, I'm gonna eat those little fucks.
Yeah.
And here we are, little fucks with no spell slots left.
Do you by any chance have polymorph on you, Skrios?
Do I have polymorph on me? I'm pretty sure I do. No, I'm out of... I could cast it at a 5th level, I guess.
Well, lasts for what, an hour?
You think a rock has good wisdom?
Probably not.
Hell yeah. Do I have a battle map? No. Will I make one real quick? Absolutely. Welcome to Mitch's magic.
It would be kind of funny if I polymorphed the rock and we just left, huh?
Well, it only lasts for an hour, so it could catch up to us, but...
No, you see, we take the rock into the temple and leave it in the main room.
That's animal cruelty.
How the fuck are you moving a bird with a 200-foot wingspan?
We're
No,
polymorphing it.
Polymorphing.
Oh, you're popping it in the temple. You're waiting until it turns back and then it explodes.
Yeah, basically you bring it in, you set it down, and then we, like, I don't know, throw a dart at it if it was something with, like, 1 HP, and then it turns back into the big thing and it can't get out.
I think that's animal cruelty.
I'm not saying we do it. I'm just saying it could work.
You could do it. Well, I don't know. You could do a lot of things that are mean to animals.
I'm pretty sure we're going to do an animal cruelty, like, not necessarily an animal cruelty, but we are going to murder this bird if it attacks us.
I guess killing it isn't nicer. Yeah, I think killing it quickly actually might be nicer because it's, like, not just trapping it in a tiny room for it to starve to death.
There's, like, 3 different things that can cast Fireball at it in there.
Let's grab you guys. Who... You know what? We'll just... Later. That'll be a fun surprise for later. Scrivs, do I not have you? Where are you? Where did you go?
The only one who truly has me is the Dark Star.
And Bella. If nobody else got
Bella.
me, Bella's got me. if Bella has one fan, I'm him. You guys know what I'm
Bella
talking
has
about?
no fans, I'm no longer on this earth.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
That should be everyone, right?
I think so.
Let's do some shit, huh? You're a big bird. You are a big bird.
Could make the bird smaller.
What's up?
I could make the bird smaller.
That's
you could for a minute.
We'll see how you feel about this bird in a moment.
Okay.
Let me get some stuff ready real quick. Oh, that's not right. Yeah, it is. Sorry, I should have done this earlier, but I was playing video games.
Okay.
That's 4 of those.
Also, it's great because you got to speak with animals.
Do I have speak with animals? It's ritual. It's a ritual cast, but is not prepared.
Let me scoot you guys, I believe, so I can do something. How long did I say you guys had been traveling before everything went to shit? Also,
Like
shield,
an hour.
Shield Buddy
It had
is
to be an
big.
hour because we had a short rest.
Yeah, okay. This will be representational. The donkey icon is representational of the cart, as it always is, of the wagon.
Long donkey.
Wonky. You guys are walking on a mountain pass. So maybe I rotate. Oop, that's not right.
It's not a rotate, that's a big line. You shot me.
That's correct. Skrios, can you make a dexterity saving throw as this rock pulls out a gat?
Yes.
Oh, you saved. All right.
I deftly dodge all of the bullets. Ooh, you rotate!
Why?
How do you rotate characters in MS Paint?
Why? Why? SpongeBob. Why? Bella, do you have your I have a question for you about how you manage your shadow in transit situations. Is it always summoned?
If Bella is paranoid, we just gotta we walked out on a high note. He does not have his shadow summoned.
Okay.
Like the minute something bad comes out, the shadow stays out for a while.
We
But
did not walk out on a high note.
I have 2 dogs, a new shield friend, and we got a cool sword. That was a high note.
I got no skin on my hand and I'm covered in blood.
That's true.
That is
I'm
fair.
trembling like a fucking chihuahua.
At the very least, I probably handed you the cleansing orb at one point there, so that you're not covered in blood anymore.
So we'll say this is the road.
But Bella made so many friends in there.
This is... Let me... Oh, I can just do text. I don't have to write it like I'm a fool. Down. Falling. Down. Zone.
Down, falling, down zone.
High. Up. Above. Zone. This is the theater of the mind.
It's great. I love it in here.
Thank you. I work medium hard at this. So you guys hear the caw of this enormous bird and see it swooping down toward you. Anybody who's like looking, can you give me a perception check?
How dare you ask this of me?
I ask this for good reason, I think. Hell yeah. All 3 of you see these swarming around this thing's head are these swarms of bats.
Oh, fuck. Wow. Okay.
Harrying it and like attacking its eyes. And clamped onto its back is this horrible looking like gray kind of blob thing. That's humanoid, but looks like somebody stretched a leech out real big.
Ew.
Interesting.
For the record, I think these are consequences.
That's probably true. I would like to shoot at the blob.
All right. I think you will get that opportunity. Can everyone please roll me initiative?
I love to
Like,
roll
no,
initiative, and I will. Click. I didn't click the turn tracker. But I
Bella
rolled
has the boop.
I rolled a 5. I didn't click myself.
I love the I love the boop. Can I just say, if Boop has 10 fans, I'm one of them. If Boop has 1 million fans, I'm one of them.
I absolutely love that initiative's the one thing that refuses to give me any form of advantage whatsoever.
Yep. It hates you.
Can you put me in the turn tracker? I didn't click my
Yeah,
guy.
absolutely, I can. I'm sipping on my tea. I'm sorry.
Sippy is allowed.
You got a 5?
I got a 5.
All right. I gotta pull up Nikolai and Casimir.
I have a 5, and also I have a tummy ache, and I'm being so brave about it.
Oh wow, I'm so proud of you.
I'm being so brave.
You're being so brave.
I am being so brave about this right now. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna rotate you guys because it's
Rotate.
Unless
I
you-
rotated myself.
It's true, you did, and I'm grateful. Unless if you want to be sideways, do not stop me, or do not wait. Do not let me
Wait.
stop you from being sideways.
Naming the Shield Guardian Shield Buddy makes me think about that MSN Messenger looking guy that we all tortured in our browser.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
I will have the vampire bats act on vampire turn.
Up dog.
What? What?
Somebody put up dog.
All right, no. What's up, dog?
Yeah, nothing. Not much. How about you?
Fuck. Fuck. Shit. Fuck. Damn it, they got me again.
I
We have
got
fun
him.
here.
I didn't even put up dog on the map.
Wasn't me.
Yeah,
It was
this
probably
It was
me.
I.
Ah.
this seems completely correct for what's happening. Yeah. I think that as you guys all passed your perception checks, you can feel free to make an attack. If you have ranged abilities you would like to target the horrible person leech with, feel free.
I do. I want to cast Guiding Bolt.
All right. Give it a shot.
Okay.
What's the range?
I think it's 120. Let me double check. Boop. Yeah, it's 120.
Okay. Yeah. An 11 will not hit.
God damn it.
All right. Anna, Bella, did you have any?
My range no good.
I rolled a 2 on that attack.
I just kind of want to streamline. I should have done this the way that D&D does this, where surprise just means that you guys get to act in turn order and they don't. But if you want to ready in action, feel free to ready in action. If you want to move and dash, feel free to do that, Bella.
Is it okay if I put up my Twilight Sanctuary? Can that be my...
Yeah, basically, you have all the actions available to you that you'd have on your turn. You can move up to your speed, you can make an attack, you can use a bonus action. So, Skrios, if you wanted a wild shape or anything like that, that is available to you.
I probably do, because fucking...
And the way this would go in turn order is that I think everyone except for Nikolai would get the benefits of your Twilight Sanctuary.
Okay. I was just I'm gonna scoot off to the side so we're not in a giant line.
Yeah, I am gonna do that as well. I'm gonna go archer form with my wild shape. I have 2 uses still, so I'm gonna...
But you are moving out of Anna's Twilight Sanctuary.
Oh, fuck me. Never mind.
Well, you already have temporary hit points from the last time I did this. We still have that 10 HP.
Do we?
It doesn't leave.
Until
Okay, well, how many then? Because I took them off my character.
You have 15. Everybody got 15. We managed to roll the max, which was lovely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they leave it a long rest if I'm not mistaken, but stick around otherwise.
Yep.
Gotcha. I need to upgrade my dice on this.
Absolutely. So that's Anna. That's Skrios.
Yep.
Bella?
Move on up, drawing out the ancestral sword, and summoning my shadow.
Alrighty. Cool. I think that you guys get into position as this rock crashes to the ground, and this horrible looking rubbery person detaches from its neck and gets fucking ready to go. I think points at you, Bella, and screeches, and I shouldn't have closed out of swarm of blank. If you have a swarm thing, you should always keep it up. That's the real...
It's true.
Oh, and I can change my starry form to whatever on my each turn now.
Gotcha.
Which is sick.
I think I might have made this to... whatever. We'll get there when we get there. If this thing kills you all, then this never happened. We can talk about it.
Oh, Lord.
What's up?
Nothing.
Five, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And Bella's still pointing at you. The arm that it's pointing you with goes from like being a fully digited hand to this like big sharp looking mosquito proboscis.
Well, that's an interesting trick, but like also kind of gross.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Also, right. I think you were kind of being a dick to the bird, so that's probably not nice.
I think
being mean is not nice.
Bella, you're getting a closer look at this thing, and you can start to differentiate like eyes and mouth. And you see that this thing has like 6 eyes that are evenly spaced around a leech mouth in the center of its head.
Oh, geez. What? Where do I look to look you in the eye?
Oh my god.
This is very funny to me. Nikolai.
Oh, as an aside, I got True Sight now. Is that what it actually looks like?
You do have True Sight now. I need to look up how True Sight works.
Okay.
Give me one moment, if you don't mind.
Like, I just feel like I'll be looking kind of in your mouth if I try and get the whole general picture, and I don't think that's quite making... I am so sorry. I don't know what I'm saying.
Precedes the original form of a shape change or a creature that is transformed by magic. Is that true? Yep. So you see the original form of a shape changer or a creature that is transformed by magic. Which is I think good. I think you see what looks to be you get a double image, I think, Skrios here, where you see the same horrible leech figure that everyone else sees. And then kind of under the membrane, under the
I just posted the
Yeah,
description
thank
of your
you.
site just for so it's there.
Oh, you can also see ghosts. That's cool.
Yeah, and invisible stuff.
Yeah. Into the ethereal plane. So I think you see the horrible, like, rubbery gray black skin leech creature. And then underneath you see what looks to be something that you'd more traditionally associate with vampires. You see like a humanoid with the fangs and you see like grafted into it are these pipes that is spewing out that black rubbery substance.
Oh, that's fucking gross.
Yeah.
Me under my breath, Krezhik. Don't know if it was Krezhik, but they're doing experiments on vampires, so I'm gonna be mad at them.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I think Nikolai's a simple man with a simple plan, and that simple plan is to miss.
Well, he tried.
It's your go. Also, I need to. Can I copy a thing from here?
Boy. Alright. I'm going to use my Steps of the Night. It's a bonus, yeah. Okay. It's a bonus action. I'm gonna move. Is he up in the air or is he just
He is
down?
on the ground here.
Oh, okay, then never mind. I'm not gonna use my Steps of the Night. Take that back. I thought he was still on the back of the.
The rock
My
has
apologies.
crashed onto the path in front of you.
You did say that, you see, and I'm just a simple dumbass.
You are not a dumbass. Bella, you should have the character sheet for Shield Guardian under the character sheets folder now.
I'm gonna have so many character sheets.
Yeah, you really are.
We're gonna have some fun here. D&D, we like to do funny things like summon a celestial.
All right. Love to see it. Love to hear it.
So it's going to be
Do
an
you
Avenger.
have a golden reliquary worth at least 500 gold?
I have agnostic spell component.
Okay.
I only have 400 gold of those now because I used 100 gold.
Yeah. God fucking damn it. Okay, never mind.
It's not expended, but you do still need the reliquary in order to cast the spell.
And my moonstone does not count. Got it. Not golden. Well, that was gonna be fun.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's just gonna get hit with a a fan favorite, level 4 moonbeam.
Love to see it. Love to hear it.
Just give me 2 seconds to fucking remember how big moonbeam is. I'm gonna also post it. This is fine. I'm fine.
It's squares.
DC 17 con save. A 15
Get
will
those
not make it.
bats. Yeah, are you targeting the vamp or the bats?
Oh, good question. The bats. Well, if I target him, he can't stay shape changed, right? But I don't really care about that. The bats are all in a grouping. I don't know if they're going to stay that way, but we'll go around the bats this time. That'll be fun.
All right. Well, in that case, I will not make him do a Constitution save, and will instead.
Sorry.
You are totally fine. That's 19 damage that's coming out on it.
Yep.
And we got what? We got 4 of these bad boys. Get ready. All right. Oop, I gotta stop drawing rectangles. Your beam of light comes down and pop, 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 pop.
Wonderful.
And then
You love to see it.
on each of my turns after. So, yep, that's as far as I can go. Nobody else in this circle needs temp HP because they all have it. So I'm all set. That's what I can do.
At the end of your turn, this thing screeches 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and moves up to you.
Okay.
All right. Skrios, I believe it's your go.
It is. I have a quick question for Sir Dungeon Master.
Yes, Julian.
So it's got pipes in him?
Yes, it has like little, I want to say like bronze and brass, like
those are
tubing.
metal. I cast heat metal.
Love to see it. Love to hear it. Cast your spell.
Those are metal.
And
con save.
Yeah.
Every so often you like zone out for a moment and you
see.
come back and you just realize we're about to do like a nightmare thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
DC 7. Well, to a nightmare thing. DC 17 con save.
Any creature takes damage when you cast the spell. There's not a
Any
save
creature.
there.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's true.
The save is to drop the item.
Save is to take it off. Yeah.
And it can't do that.
Hee hee hoo hee. I love this spell.
So
and then as a bonus action, I'm gonna blast him with my additional arrow.
All right. So
which is a 2d8 plus whiz now.
8 fire damage. And disadvantage until start
No,
of your
that's
next turn.
just that's
For heat metal?
Oh, for heat metal, yes. Sorry, I thought you were. I'm like, guiding bolt is not the same as the archer thing.
Yeah.
I just always forget that. Oh.
All right, but we'll still have to roll to hit.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Sorry.
It's been a week. We're all still getting back in the swing.
Yeah, it has. It's been a long week. What is my generic ranged spell attack? I haven't done this in a while. Oh, I have it in my spell sheet. It's +8 here.
Okay.
I guess ignore the damage but yeah. 23.
23 will hit for 12 radiant damage. When this thing takes radiant damage, Skrios on Abella, its flesh had been like running together basically over the wounds, over the burning fire, and when it takes radiant damage, it seems to slow down. Alrighty.
Also kind of cool that I don't know what you guys are seeing when I've heated metal that you can't see.
Little bubbles of steam and smoke escaping this thing's body like bubbling tar.
Nice.
All I know is it makes me uncomfortable, probably.
Probably.
Skrios, is that the end of your turn?
I'm gonna back up a little bit.
Okay.
Like here.
Oh, rock on. Okay. This thing is going to attempt to bite the least armored among you.
Wait a minute, the vampire's making a bite?
Yes.
Nick.
Or leech. So they are attacking a target that does not include me, correct?
That is correct.
Reaction!
Yeah. Feel free to react. Or did you just want to shout react? Okay.
I want to shout reaction. That's the.
I wanted to make sure I don't have it activated yet because I've not spent the hit die. But I do have the +2 from flanking.
You do have the +2 from flanking, so that'll be 8 damage to it. And I realize that it can't quite bite yet. So instead, it is going to try to stab Nick with its horrible proboscis, and does not hit on an 11. All right, and that means Bella's turn.
I like to imagine that Bella's still rambling about not being sure exactly how to look him in the eye. Pauses and it's like, Shield Buddy, can you possibly get the cart maybe out of the this can go bad very quickly. It's like, is it an action to ask him to do something,
I
or
don't think so.
okay, that's all I'm doing for that, and then we're going to now activate the sword and stabby. Game. I have some words
Oh,
with those
Lord.
numbers you're rolling.
I think this thing is just like it. You go to stab it, and it like for a second wraps its other arm around your wrist, and just like holds you there for a minute.
Oh God, no, you're gross.
Until
Please
you
stop.
can rip your arm back.
I'd like to use my Unleash Incarnation as well to have my shadow attack.
Okay.
Game?
Unfortunately,
That was having a day. Jesus Christ.
I think the shadow sweeping. I think the shadow sweeps its sword down, and it like frees your wrist from this thing's grip. Is what happens there. You haven't done any real damage, but also, you're good, right?
I'm also kind of freaking out because this is a very weird thing, and I'm like, I don't want to touch this, guys. This is unsettling. I'm pretty sure it's looking at me over its back with the top eyes, and that kind of weirds me out.
Yeah. I think it's actually funnier if like a full third, like 2 eyes have like swiveled around this thing's head. Like kind of like
worse.
floated
That's
over.
so much worse.
Yeah. But I think that Shield Guardian will 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then grab or just like get ready to move the guy. I mean, you control the Shield Guardian.
Bon,
but...
Hazelnut, try and be a little calm for me.
Yeah. I think Bon and Hazelnut can crouch behind the Shield Guardian for a moment.
I'm half afraid Hazelnut's going to try and get in on this fight.
And then, Bella, end of your turn?
That's all I got.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you wanted to action surge.
No, not yet. This guy's creepy, but I don't know. I might need it later if the rock decides it's not having a good day.
I believe a 13 will still not hit Nikolai. Did you want to take your reaction?
Why, yes, I would. I'd love to roll another 2.
16 will not hit.
That one was a 5. It was not a 2. It was a 5.
Yeah, we're consistently rolling within a very narrow field.
It's true. I think I'm going to do the thing I've been doing for Casimir first. Casimir raises his hand to do something and starts casting, and I think the magic just fizzles out on his fingertips. Rock, I think, is going to give me I think lay there unconscious mostly. I put it in the turn tracker, and I was like, this thing's fucking collapsed to the ground, right? Like, it's not doing much.
New friend.
LMAO. I think that this vampire warrior has this terrible leech thing. Heat metal, when does that happen?
I can choose to do the damage again on my turn as a bonus action.
Until the start of your next turn. Got it.
Oh, you mean the disadvantage?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So it's gonna try and keep stabbing at Nick. 10 will not hit,
Enjoy that disadvantage.
and a 12 will still not hit. This thing's also rolling really bad.
This guy's got to focus on me, and I'm trying terribly not to get too close while I'm swinging.
It's true. Nikolai is, of course, going to knock it out of the fucking park. Let's go, Nick. And then at the end of Nikolai's turn, this thing will try to attack him again. And a 13 will still not hit.
Do you think Nick knows? Man, I'm loving this disadvantage because I just saved us a crit. This is good.
It's good shit.
Do you think Nick knows that we call him Big Dick Nick when he's not around?
Do you guys call him that in character?
Well, it'd be funny if we did.
Could you please do it in the Skrios voice? Could you please describe him as Big Dick Nick?
Okay, what's the full sentence?
I don't know. This is
Okay.
up to you.
We'll get there.
We've done it out of character, but we haven't had a conversation in character where I think we've called him Big Dick Nick.
Yeah.
And I would love to know who came up with that.
Obviously Bella, but
I don't know if Bella would call him that. Anyway, sorry.
well, Anna wouldn't.
It's obviously Crow. It was obviously
It was
Crow.
Crow, and then we all just started doing it. Yeah, you're right.
Right.
Anyway, hi, welcome to me. You can trade actions down, correct?
No.
What?
You cannot. That is a 4th edition thing.
Ugh, that's stupid.
You cannot take 2 bonus actions. You cannot sacrifice move to take a bonus action.
I think that's dumb.
I'm sorry?
I'll abide by the rule, but I don't like it. I think that a big action I think it could be 2 bonus actions.
We'll look into a feat, and the next time you could get an ASI.
Okay, fine. Well, let me think for a sec.
Absolutely.
I keep wasting my fucking story forms. I am going to use my bonus action to repeat the heat metal damage because it is
all right.
The same amount of damage and it keeps the disadvantage going, which is nice.
Roll that sweet damage for me.
Okay, I'll just click it like I'm casting it, and you can.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty.
And
I've got
that's a bonus action.
Stop making enemies that have metal in them.
No, you don't. You should keep doing it. It's very fun for me personally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll cast Guiding Bolt again on him.
Okay. 23 will hit.
Wicked. Gotta keep up that radiant dam.
11 radiant damage. And
I'm gonna get advantage.
Next person to attack has advantage. Anything else you'd like to do, Skrios?
No, I'm all good, thanks.
All right. At the end of your turn, he is going to attempt to stab Nikolai again.
I've already reacted this round.
Hey, he actually gets a stab off. You love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. All right. Nikolai will take 14 damage, which means he is left with 1 temporary hit point and has not been injured yet. And then Bella, it's your go.
All right, so just nope. Stop attacking him. I'm gonna make a stab with my advantaged attack.
Did I skip Anna? Did Anna go?
Yes. No,
I'm so sorry.
it's all right.
I don't know how that happened. I was scrolling through the turn order.
I was like, I think I'm at 8, but I think I was supposed to go before Skrios, but you know,
I must have double clicked on the next turn. I'm terribly sorry.
it's all good.
Uh,
I'm not losing sleep about it.
Please take your turn.
Thank you.
Will not have advantage because you would have been going before Skrios.
Oh yeah, no, I also am just moving my moonbeam. I can move it up to 60 feet. So
Gotcha.
wait a second. So just come on. It's not letting me move it, so I'm deleting it, and I'm drawing a shape, and it's going right on top of our buddy here, but not on Bella.
Absolutely.
It's not a recast. It's just the same thing.
Absolutely.
And I will. I'm just gonna. It's at 4th level, so I'm gonna click it. Oh wait, not that one. And cast it as if it was 4th level to roll the damage. And not do that again because I'm a duck. Okay. Ignore all of that. DC 17, a total of 25 damage.
Right.
If he doesn't save.
Con save, you said?
Yes.
Will not be making that.
All right.
69.
Nice.
25 radiant damage.
Yep. So he ain't healing. It is a. Is it a bonus action for me to move it? Or an action? It's an action for me to move it, so as my bonus action, I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting here. That's the end of my turn, but
Alright.
there's the damage.
I am, again, sorry about that. Please feel free to tell me if I'm skipping you.
Yeah, no problem. I didn't really process that I was skipped until you asked, so
Yeah, gotcha.
I've been kind of sitting there like, okay, when my turn should be. Wait a second, do I go before Skrios? Hold on a second. So, you're all
Yeah.
good.
Cool. Then Bella, it's your go. You will have advantage on your first attack.
They are
You
the
rolled
same.
a 23 twice for 11
We're consistent tonight.
force damage. All right. All right. For 11 force damage.
And then just kind of growl at him. It's like, focus on me, asshole.
Very funny.
But, that's all I'm gonna do.
You rolled 12 3 times in a row.
I rolled a 1 and 2 2s in a row.
That's true.
That's actually so weird because now you're rolling 12s, which is also 1s and 2s, and it's 21 plus 2, so it's only 1s and 2s.
This is getting weird. Game.
You rolled a 12 on a 20-sided die 3 times. You rolled a 3 on a d4 twice. And you rolled a 3 on a d8 twice.
Did I break roll 20's RNG?
Probably.
Maybe a little.
Yeah.
Attack.
It's all the extra character sheets.
It is.
Casimir. Okay, Casimir is having a rough day. As it is this thing's turn again. And it's gotten a hit in on Nikolai. It's gonna keep going. Why not? Why not?
Because I asked it not to.
The
It's
angry
true.
warrior yelling at you, don't you dare.
Do you want to give me a persuasion roll? In that case?
Could be intimidation.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
That's true. Is your intimidation any better?
They are the same.
Okay. Does a 24 hit you?
Yes, it will.
All right. You'll take 14
I have 1
damage.
temporary hit point now.
And I'm assuming a 14 will not hit you.
No, it will not.
Okay.
I just like the idea of this great sword. It was a great sword. Was the mosquito bitey thing, right?
Yes.
I like the idea of it just swinging around, stabbing Bella. It's like, thank you. That's what I wanted. That I asked for this.
Oh.
Yeah, it just stabs you in the chest. But I think skitters off because of the aura of light surrounding you. However,
There's definitely a bruise there. Didn't get any armor, but definitely bruised.
Nikolai's going to do the classic Nick thing and roll a 1.
Oh my god.
Absolutely classic. I think he's just getting used to his new fun liquid metal sword.
I think he's too busy doing like little twirls and showing off with it.
I think when it's going, it's like it's fluid. It's almost like it's heavy, if that makes sense. And it like almost lags for a second when he starts swinging it before the momentum starts. So it's just weird. Anna, your go.
Okay. Perfect. Well, Moonbeam is gonna Moonbeam itself.
Oh right, it was at the start of the guy's turn. So I should have made a con save. I'm assuming a 7 does not save.
No.
Okay.
So give me a second to.
Should be 4d10 total. Right?
Something like that. Yes. So only 11 this time. But since he is right in front of me, we're also gonna Sacred Flame him.
All right, that's a dex save.
Mm-hmm.
14 will not save.
And also, I want to give Nikolai's in the aura, so he gets the HP from his turn. Sorry, I forgot that it was up.
Okay.
Just to see what I gotta remember what Twilight Sanctuary does. I gotta roll 1d6 plus my cleric level. I'm 10, so 1d6 plus 10. $13 temp HP for Nikolai.
Love to see
And
it.
then because there's a chance, I have to say temp HP. Okay. That's it.
All right. End of your turn. It's going to try to stab Bella again. Does a 24 hit Bella?
That it does.
Hate to see it. Love to see it. You will take 16.
I'm going to make the bold assumption that the weird mosquito bit is magic.
Yes. Yes, the leech oil vampire proboscis is magical. Yes.
I'm still going to ask it just in case, but I was like, I'm assuming it's
I
magic.
understand completely. I respect your gumption. Skrios? I believe that means it's your
Yeah.
go.
I don't have a lot of spells left, so I'm just gonna keep on trucking. I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt, and I'm gonna reheat that metal.
A 12 will not hit. Give me that heat metal damage. 13 fire damage. So Skrios, can you describe what heat metal, what this looks like when you're doing it?
Oh god. Well, honestly, to me, I think it looks like the places where the metal enters like is welded into the flesh, and presumably also like it goes through, right? Or is it just attached to the surface?
I think that this is it should be giving you very similar vibes to the things you fought at Velaki.
So they're like
Burgomaster. So it's like through the body and pumping this stuff through it.
Okay, well, that's disgusting, but I think anywhere the metal goes through is kind of, like, boiling and sizzling off.
Yeah.
Um, and at least from what I can see, I think, like, some of the flesh around the entry points is, like, almost, like, blood is pouring out and then instantly cauterizing itself, and, like, it's pretty gross. I don't know what you guys can see so much besides, like, that increase of, like, incredibly stank-ass steam, like, burning flesh smell just pouring off of this guy.
Well, he's inside of a moonbeam, so he can't maintain his physical form, right?
Yeah, but I'm not sure that I guess that's a DM question. I can see the original form. I don't know if that means, like, just not yeah.
Give me 1 second.
Because original form could also mean, like, before pre-vampire or something. Like, I don't
Right.
know.
Bum, bum, bum. Okay. Sorry, I was looking up a rules clarification question. Would you mind repeating what you just said?
Which part? Just the sizzling, horrible, burning meat?
I wasn't sure if anything came after that. I felt like there was a conversation after the description ended.
Yeah, it was just like about what other people can see versus, like, is what the original form counts as or whatever.
Yes. So I think other people can see this thing melt into a goo puddle.
Ew.
And I think that Skrios, you see the fluid around it, and then the flesh itself gets sucked through those little pipes into the body, into this like horrible mechanical contraption.
Uh-huh.
And then I think everyone sees a beating heart fall to the ground that is threaded through. I think everyone sees and hears this this meat monster, this horrible flesh golem, fucking vacuum into itself and flow
Ooh.
through these little pipes that are embedded into it, and like layers and layers of this thing get kind of like flayed off and vacuumed in. And in the very core of it, you see that there is a familiar looking contraption. This looks like a miniaturized version of whatever the fuck the Burgomaster had in his basement.
Fuck.
Damn it.
Embedded into a still beating heart that falls to the ground and begins to burn in the moonbeam.
We are not supposed to be doing that.
Guys, I know I'm not usually quick to pick up on a lot of things. That looks familiar, and I'm pretty sure we were supposed to break everything and anything regarding that.
Well, we kind of did, I think. I'm gonna keep it in the moonbeam unless people really want to grab it. I'd rather this burn.
Oh yeah, we should destroy it.
All right. Yeah.
We should have a chat with our good friend Vasily.
Your good dead friend Vasily.
Yep. Dead quotes.
His card got exploded.
Well, maybe the other Vasilis know something about it.
What do you do when it starts to push the brass pipes into the ground and skitter away like a spider?
Grab it.
Can you guys smush it, please?
Right.
Stack it and lift it up.
Yeah, I'll like. I'd like to try to grab it. I can drop the moonbeam if it gets up and starts skittering. So.
No, I just realized that these things can choose to succeed at saving throws.
Oh my god.
I will stop heating the metal so you can grab it.
I would take the damage.
This is so funny to me.
I want to grab it.
All right.
Yep.
Bella, it chooses to succeed on the saving throw for you to grab it.
Well, it's being held by a cool mist tentacle from the tattoo I got a while ago.
Hell yeah. Anna chose to succeed on the moonbeam saving throw. I think
Well, I
Nikolai.
dropped Moonbeam.
What's
It's
up?
fine. I dropped Moonbeam as soon as it started skittering because I realized we were gonna have to grab it.
Yeah, I realized that it would have been its turn again.
Oh
And
yeah.
so it's choosing to succeed on that saving throw.
How many
What the
times can it
fuck?
do that?
3.
God.
Everybody keep trying to pick it up.
Yeah, we're gonna keep trying to grab it. I mean,
Yeah,
what
for
else
sure.
are we gonna?
For sure. I think it moves away. Nick tries to stab it.
I want to try to scoop it into the bag of holding.
Nick fails. Yeah, absolutely. Fucking
How
run
do I
up
do
on
that?
it. Bella, make another grapple check real quick.
I'm too far away.
Is this just a grabby, or with kind of still use the?
You can still use the
cool-
tentacle, I think. Right? Is it
Then
once a
it's just
day
a
or is
saving
it?
throw. It does not have a limit.
Yeah, no.
It's
Then
just, if I use it again, it stops grappling, whatever. So
yeah,
it's
absolutely.
Saving throw.
So that will be its third that it succeeds. Anna, feel free to run at this thing and try and fucking
Okay.
give me a grapple. Give me a
What? Just athletics?
Yeah. I'm gonna roll
17.
this. I'm gonna roll this at disadvantage because it's a tiny little spider form. As it tries
The
to...
level of anticipation that I have for this.
Yeah,
This is
absolutely.
great.
So finally, you bring your bag of holding out, you slam it down on the little skittering heart bot.
Scoop, cinch, lift.
You hear it like burp. You hear the fucking thing burp at you, the bag of holding.
God, I forget the bag of holding is like semi-sentient.
It's not semi-sentient. It's enchanted to be gross. It's customized to be nasty.
Bella doesn't know the difference.
That's true. But I think if you open the bag to look at it again, it's broken down into parts.
Okay.
Okay,
No, I'm not opening it. I do want to heal the bird, though.
Yeah, I was about to say, well, you guys are trying to catch this. I can't, or like after you've got it, it's good. I would like to swap into dragon form so I can float over to the bird.
The bird is still on the ground.
I know, but I think I'm going over these guys.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, absolutely.
Bella
I'll
sees
probably-
those two got it handled. I'm gonna go up to Casimir.
Skrios, this thing is missing some of its like pinion feathers. This thing has like big bites out of its neck and chest. Like,
I hate to see it. I don't have any healing spells at the moment, but I could do a medicine check or animal handling maybe. They're the same.
Do you want to give me an animal handling to keep it calm?
Yeah.
While Anna comes up and tries to heal it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
that was just the. That was just from the temporary hit points aura to kind of help.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, we're gonna do a cure wounds.
Yeah, I'm gonna pet the big bird on its big, beautiful face.
Yeah, that's my last 4th level.
You'll love to
So,
see it.
21. How's it looking still?
I think better.
Because if I feel confident that we might get a potential nap, I would do a 5th level cure wounds on this bird because this poor guy is big. But
I think it's gonna like look at you both and like caw again into the sky. Let me look to make sure. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's a big bird, but it's still a bird.
Mm-hmm.
So I think like Skrios, you're keeping it calm. Anna, you've healed it up a little bit. It's gonna like bump, 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 and jump off the cliff, and then you guys will see it swoop up into the air and begin to fly off.
Okay, great.
Good.
I want to make sure it didn't have a high enough int. It has a 3 intelligence.
Yeah, it is a bird for sure.
It is a giant bird. It is not like a dragon, which is a big animal that also talks and has a language. This is just a huge bird.
But hey, it didn't get corrupted by vampiric influence.
It didn't. It didn't get eaten all the way.
It didn't get all the way eaten and sucked up into vampire bullshit.
Hell yeah. All right. So, what do you guys do?
I request a bathroom break.
Okay.
Bella's checking up on Casimir.
Bella, I think that you see when you walk up to Casimir. Let's do the bathroom break and then we can talk about what you
Bathroom
see.
Okay.
Hello. Who's back?
Hello. I'm here.
Hell yeah. Love to see it. Love to hear it. I also realized I should have been rolling disadvantage on the saving throws for Moonbeam. Because vampires are shape changers. Which I believe Moonbeam gets advantage on.
Potentially, or they have saving throws. Let me double check. I think so. But to be fair, he didn't succeed any except for the one that he decided to succeed, so.
That's true. Shapechanger makes its saving throws at disadvantage. If it fails, it also instantly reverts to its original form and can't assume a different form until it leaves the spell's light. Okay, yeah.
Fair enough. Sorry, still getting back in the rhythm.
No,
Hi,
fine.
I'm back.
I think technically that means it couldn't have tried to Scrabble away when it was in the spell's light. Because it wouldn't have been able to take a different form. But I think
but it was fun.
It's fun, so I'm leaving it for now.
It was fun. It was funny. Oh, get it! Oh, get it!
Keep that in mind for later. I think Nikolai sheathes his sword and he goes, "Well, that was disgusting." Bella, I think that as you walk up to Casimir, you can see that like the kind of wizard paraphernalia that he had on him is starting to like dissolve, to like turn into this kind of like clay or loam or it smells like rich earth is what it smells like. I think his spell book, I think his focus, I think like any components that he has on him are beginning. Yeah, it immediately brings to mind the corpse star, right? Or it should at least immediately bring to mind the corpse star.
Yep, that fertilizer and giving something up kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, buddy, is it like worse now that we're out of the temple, or is this just? I don't want to make a big deal. I just want to make sure you know.
I think he says, okay. I didn't expect the price to come fully due until I had actually used the gift, but unfortunately, it seems that is not the case.
Okay, noted. I'm gonna have to go hunt some moose later, but when we get back, ASAP.
I think he laughs at that. And then he like, I think like pulls a dagger out and is practicing like flipping and catching it.
Quick question: is it weird if I punch a moose and like knock it on its ass? Is that a weird thing or is that a cool thing?
Both, I think he says.
Okay, cool. I got one vote for being, well, two for both technically, since you're voting on both ends.
I think so personally, I think that if you're going to hunt, were you wearing armor?
Yes, I was. Not this armor, the lighter armor, but yes, armor.
I think that then no, not cool. I think if you're going to attempt to engage with something barehanded like that, if you're going to like make it a test of skill and strength, then you shouldn't armor yourself.
All right.
You should
See,
put
this
yourself against it if that's what you're doing, because otherwise it just seems like you're building it goes from like proving yourself and wanting to hunt or experience the kind of visceral nature of a hunt like that to doing the same but protected in like a bubble. Does that make any kind of sense?
No, definitely makes sense. That seems reasonable.
I think Casimir is like having this conversation as he's like climbing back into the back of the wagon.
As I pass Shilby, it's like, hey, thanks, my dude. I know. Look, Hazelnut.
I think
that was a close thing.
Shield Guardian has like both mules up on its shoulders. Like is ready to like jump down to the next layer down, the next level down.
I'm gonna can you put them down, please?
I think the danger's past there. Thank you. You kept one of them, give Hazelnut a stare from jumping in and possibly making a mess, and also kept everything from breaking.
Yeah, I think Bonbon is like kind of chill, just kind of like chilling, you know. Hazelnut is like kicking, wiggling.
I'm not sure if I don't remember if you understand me or not, because I don't understand you. But you're good. We're gonna get you back on the ground. But also, I have absolutely no faith that you wouldn't have tried to attack the weird mosquito man.
Bella, just to remind you, the Shield Guardian will do nothing without a direct command.
God damn it!
So until you tell him to put them down, those mules are staying in the air, buddy.
Buddy, would you mind putting the cart down? We're good. Thank you.
I think we'll set everything down to the ground. I think
Okay.
Hazelnut will
like,
absolutely rear up and kick this thing in the shin.
Okay, I understand that's probably a little deserved, but let's take a moment. Look, I've got some peach slices. Let me grab those out of the bag.
Anna comes up with little cutie slices for the donkeys and for anyone who wants them, because we did just finish a fight, I suppose.
I take a cutie slice
There we go.
Soccer mom Anna.
Yep.
from my pouch.
I think Nikolai asks you to hold it out between two fingers, like you're pinching it, and he wants to try and stab it with his sword.
Yeah.
I was just gonna do it.
Yeah. I think he lunges, stabs it, eats it off the tip of the sword.
That could probably.
This guy.
Not sure if that metal is good for your health, but well done.
Did you stab the weird mosquito?
The blood's gone. He says, like gesturing at the sword as to prove his point.
I'm gonna take Bonbon and Hazelnut and like take him on a little bit of a walk around and then get him back onto the wagon.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. I think Nikolai will say, so that was new.
There was a whole lot to unpack in that.
Yeah, the fact that it looked like the stuff from the Burgermaster is not comforting at all.
You had some doubts as to whether your friend. You said you need to speak to Vasily, correct?
Probably to kick him very hard in the nuts. Yes.
If he's still alive.
There wasn't even enough left to resurrect him.
Scrooge, you can scry now.
I can.
Correct?
I can scry. I think that's actually a very good idea. Unfortunately. I think I will.
Unfortunately is very funny. Do you say that to Nikolai?
Yeah.
I think he like makes a face at you and he's like, I have good ideas.
No, it's a good idea. It's just unfortunate that it's a good idea. I was hoping not to have to use this power.
I see. My apologies. I didn't mean to get offended so quickly.
In fair, you did just eat a piece of like snacko off of a sword that you stabbed a weird mosquito leech
The
monster.
blood slid right off.
You should
That doesn't
at
mean
least
anything
wipe
else
your
that's
sword.
still sticky on it.
I don't know a lot about general human anatomy, but I will say that I don't think mercury swords are part of your consumption daily. I don't think that.
Why did everyone why did everyone let me do it? Why did you? He's like gesturing, like he's got one hand out. He's like sweeping it around. He's got the sword like sheathed at this point. It's like, why did nobody say anything until I'd eaten the thing?
Because you're an adult and you make choices sometimes, Nikolai.
And
Doesn't
this
mean-
is a group.
Anna, you
This
did hold
is-
it out for him.
Yes, and the other option was him, I don't know, eating it out of my hand like a horse. I'd rather him try to stab it and poison himself, so I'm just going to...
I would have picked it up. He said.
Okay, so we all got back in the wagon.
Yeah.
Yeah, do we have anything? I do have something of Vasily's. I have
do.
his monster book.
You do.
Great. Let me look up the scrying spell again, because that will... Oh, it's actually still open on my tab. I didn't close it from last week for this exact reason.
Nice.
Bella is definitely a little antsy and kind of wiggly about being the person driving the car and also not being able to watch over Skrios.
You have two things of Vasily's. You have the blueprints of the machine that the Burgomaster had, and you have the book.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
I think
yes.
Anna volunteers to take care of the wagon so that Bella can keep an eye on Skrios, because Bella seems quite antsy about it.
You just gotta be very careful. Bonbon really likes to just pull off to the side and try and get to some of the grass whenever something pops up. And Hazelnut just does not stop. There's nothing. If there's a wall in front of it, Hazelnut will try and climb the wall.
I will keep that in mind. I can pick up both of them one-handed each.
It's okay. Bonbon's a good leader.
Hazelnut does tend to follow Bonbon, but Bonbon also likes to take the side paths and get as many snackos as there are.
Anna gently pats Bella on the head and casts light on the bauble. Obviously, I have it. If I need help, I will ask. Promise. They will be okay. You are a good wagon leader.
I have a question for you, Skrios. Are you using the focus, the item? Are you using the book or the blueprint?
Oh,
Use the blueprint is either I would say use the blueprint, because the blueprint was delivered us through a bat, and we don't know which Vasily gave it to us. We know that the monster book was from pre-explosion Vasily. That's me.
well,
You could cast it twice. I
don't want to cast it twice. I don't want to cast it twice. I guess my question, my thought process is, if it was delivered to us, then we don't necessarily know who it came from. But the blueprints are more directly relevant, because that's the thing we're trying to figure, is like the person who made the blueprint.
Yeah.
Which we think, which is Vasily according to like the note, but it also, yeah, I guess I will.
I will say this. You're trying to scry Vasily Holtz, correct?
Yes.
When trying to scry Vasily Holtz, the blueprint does not seem to it doesn't seem like there's a connection.
Yeah, that was what I was worried about.
I will tell you this before you start casting it. Before you start casting the spell, that you do, when you're holding the blueprint, it does not seem like there's a connection to Vasily Holtz.
Okay.
When you hold the book, it feels like there is.
Okay, well, I will say that as well. I'm going to put the blueprints down after like feeling their vibes and being like, you guys always make fun of me for asking what the vibes are, but then the vibes are always of critical importance.
Wait a minute. Why do we have blueprints? I thought we destroyed all these things.
Did you torch him? Did you hold on to him?
No,
We held
didn't
on to
torch
him. We did
Well, I
not torch
didn't
them.
know about the blueprints originally.
Oh,
see.
yeah, okay. Vasily gave us warning of the Burgomaster's plan, including these blueprints that he provided to the Burgomaster for some reason, which he did not explain to our satisfaction. However, he may not have been the person responsible for these.
Was
It
it a
doesn't
different Vasily?
seem connected, yeah. So I will then scry with the book.
Okay. You succeed, I think. You see a figure in what looks to be a cell of some kind, chained to a wall. He is emaciated and pale. You can see his veins through his flesh. His hair has gone completely gray, and his body is covered in innumerable scars. He looks similar to the Vasily that you met if he had been held in a cell for years and years.
This shit is so crazy. Dungeons and Dragons. Can I try to use my perception to see if I recognize any part of the construction in the room that he's in?
Yeah. I think that would be an investigation. Perception would work. You've been yeah. Yeah, it's the same brickwork that's at Castle Ravenloft.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Weirdly enough.
I thought so.
I think he looks up and looks at, because this creates a sensor, correct?
If they can see invisible objects. A creature that can see invisible objects sees the sensor as a luminous orb about the size of your fist.
You can see and hear through it. I see. So this man looks up, I think, and you see a glint in your eyes, or in his eyes. And he says, I don't actually think he says anything. I think he just stares. This guy does not look good. I think he has like big bruise circles under his eyes. He has bite marks on his arms and neck. But yeah.
Okay. Well, when the spell ends, because I can't see anything, it's just, it moves with him, but he's not moving because he's chained to a wall.
Yeah, I think you can look around the cell and there are like very obviously some like shreds of paper. There are like scrapped blueprints. Could you give me an Arcana check?
I can.
There are a bunch of things that are built to fail or explode catastrophically. They're like torn up, and I think that you see that there is a fairly like there's a fresher piece of paper, if that makes sense, with a design on it. And again, from what you can tell, the thing that he drew will not work. It's supposed to be like some kind of like repeating fireball launcher.
Mm-hmm.
And you look at it for like 10 seconds and you're like, that'll blow up in the hands of whoever has it.
Okay. Okay, yeah. I don't know what to do with the second half of that, but yeah, okay, well, I think once I've seen, I will, return my hands to my side so I stop scrying into them, and just say, like, Vasily has been captured in a dungeon in Castle Ravenloft.
So he wasn't exploded?
He had designs scattered around his cell that seemed relevant, but none of them were functional.
Skrios, could you give me a medicine check?
Yeah.
That seems right. Please continue with your conversation, guys.
Yeah, he had plans for explosive devices, but none of them would have been functional.
Someone used one of his non-functional exploding thingies, and it exploded badly, and that's why we thought he got exploded. There was a corpse there. Maybe there were 2 assassins, and one of them got number 4.
I will say that he had a striking expression given his circumstances.
I think he may or may not be feeling the effects.
Anna, did you have anything?
No, honest, just driving. I mean, upon hearing that, is like, how long did it seem he'd been in there?
A while. He was in very poor condition.
Seems like he had been in there longer than he has
Longer
been
than
missing.
he'd been dead?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, he was emaciated. So longer than he's been... longer than since he's exploded.
Yes, I have a sneaking suspicion we've never met the real Vasily. At this point. But if this one needs our help, I mean, seems like we're already heading to the castle soon anyway. That didn't tell us anything about what the fuck that heart thing was, though, because if everything he was making was doomed to fail, I mean, it did fall apart in our bag, but...
No, it didn't look... It wasn't that type of experimentation. It wasn't the hearts or the necromancy.
There's a different methodology, Skrios.
Yeah.
Between the blueprint and the designs you saw on the ground.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't look like the work was done by the same person.
Yeah.
Not to make a large logic jump, but... I mean, Count Fuckface has a lot of time on his hands.
And he has arcane knowledge, and he's captured the original Vasily.
Yeah.
Skrios, you have an impulse. You want to scry Strahd with the blueprints.
Yeah, I do. I was going to say that anyway. I do want to scry Strahd.
With the
That's why I got this fucking power to begin with.
Yeah.
Well, I will check on... And then Skrios looks to Anna and says very deliberately, "Fuck face."
Mm-hmm. Anna's gonna nod, and also I would like Anna to keep an eye... Anna would like to be keeping an eye on Skrios every time the pre- and post-scry to see if anything physically changes. Yeah. Every time that Anna is present.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Hopefully I don't have to cast it again after this. I feel like I'm trying to keep the... It's like golf. trying to keep it low.
You gotta keep it low. I'm gonna add something to your character sheet.
Okay.
So you know.
Okay.
Oop. You moved it.
You move it. You do what you do. It's weird that it... Ooh, ooh, what are we doing?
How do I name...
What do you do? What are you doing?
You named things on here. Oh, there we go.
Is it a... You adding a feat?
Oh no, just a little thing under the charges. Next to Wheel Woe, Cosmic Omen, Starblood.
Oh, my scry count. I was keeping track of it in my bio under here, but...
Oh, gotcha.
But that's fine. Because
right.
I do have the space for it.
Yeah.
I will...
Anna, how are you examining Skrios?
I'm not sure if it's an Arcana or a medicine check. I'm just seeing what, if anything, changes visibly, or...
Gotcha.
Yeah, then I'll ask Bella, would you mind passing me his tome?
The diary, yes. And Bella's going to dig out the diary, keep the Strahd puppet on top of it when he hands it over, and then with his other hand, he's going to hold on to the time resetting necklace while he's watching Skrios to see
You
if anything
guys.
changes there.
Okay.
Because he's noticed that some things seem weird with that resetting necklace.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna scry on our best friend Strahd.
All right. What's your save? 17?
Yeah.
So I'm going to roll this, and he will have a -9 to this result. So we'll save with a... Is that Exacxies?
Yes.
17?
Hmm.
But yeah, Skrios, I think you try to scry on him, and you feel something like pushing back against you. When you were scrying on Vasily, it was easy. It was like no resistance whatsoever. When you're trying to scry Strahd, it feels like for a second that nothing's happening, and then you feel like something's trying to tunnel back after you.
Oh God, yeah.
And
Very,
then
very vampire. Very.
I think the spell just shreds apart in your hands.
Mm.
And then could you make a
Oh God.
saving throw with a
Wisdom?
modifier of -15?
Shit.
As Strahd still has the implements and utensils that you ate with at his table.
Gee, fuck, man. So a D20 -15?
Wisdom save.
Okay, well, I'll just subtract 15 from that.
Yeah.
Fuck, he's gonna see the diary. We're so screwed.
Oh.
There is a puppet on top of it.
Can I woe him? Can I woe him?
I don't think you can woe against a spell save DC, right?
No.
Because it's just a static DC. There's no roll.
Can I woe his wisdom save?
We're so fucked.
Oh, you could woe his wisdom save.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right? Because that's a roll.
Ooh.
Can you read woe for me?
Yeah, I think it's. Hold, let me find it. It's a D6. I'm pretty sure. Whenever. Oh, I have to be able to see, and he needs to be within 30 feet of me. Never mind.
So unfortunately,
But it
you
would've
cannot.
worked.
Yeah, I
And
don't
you
think
are-
there was a roll you could have made on the wisdom save to not get scried back on.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, because I rolled a 15, plus I got a +9.
Yeah. Yeah, Skrios, I think that like you feel like something pressing down on you and like an eye opening near you.
I should be able to see it.
You can see it. I think that you see this little like I want to say like I always want to associate Strahd with being slightly damp or like uncomfortable in that way.
Okay, yeah.
So I think you
Watch
see.
us play too much Dragon Age.
Yeah, exactly. That's got to be it.
Okay, when I see it, I will tell the others he's watching.
Yeah, I think you see this little like ball of red light that is like faintly pulsing, and it like sweeps around for a second and then disappears. Yeah, he absolutely knows you have his diary now.
Oh.
Right. I do want to say that as it was like he's watching, a middle finger just over the back from Anna that like waves and then goes back.
That's very funny.
I saw nothing. He completely resisted my attempt.
You know that you will not be able to try that again for 24 hours.
God damn it. Strahd, you little slut.
Next time when you have dinner with Strahd, don't leave your silverware.
I don't I drank from the cup. I did drink from the cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Body
with your
part, lock of hair,
fingers.
bitter nail. What's up?
Eat with your fingers.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought I was just having a pastry. I wasn't just chowing down, but I did drink, so it
That's fair.
tracks. You kept my spit, Strahd? That's gross.
Absolutely. He's a man who drinks blood. He made that leech thing you just saw, presumably.
He's fucking nasty.
I mean, spit is just filtered blood. It's fine.
You think he doesn't have some of fucking Tatiana's hair in his room somewhere?
Oh God!
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Right next to his shrine to Zac Efron from the early 2000s. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, now Skrios is fucking pissed.
Anna, I don't think that it's like particularly difficult to see. I think that Skrios casts it, right? And he's looking down into his hands, right?
Yep.
And the palms of his hands are coated in that liquid metal, right? Like going, I think, up to his wrists a little bit. And it just like you see it like spread like a centimeter across his skin. Like just further out from the palms.
Lana's gonna kind of nod once, wait until the fuck Strahd saw us, and settle down a little bit, and be like, Skrios, every time you use it, the silver spreads.
Understood.
I don't know what happens if you reach full silver status, but
I think you learn Underdark.
Undercommon?
I don't think that's what he called it when the guardian of the thing was talking about it, but it was something like that. Yeah.
There was other effects besides the language, fella.
I was trying to be sensitive about it, but yes.
Nikolai will hop back on his horse next to the wagon and ride along as you guys continue down the road.
I apologize. That backfired tremendously.
We also have something else that needs to be brought to attention. Why do we still have blueprints of the nightmare thing? Why do we have?
Vasily sent them to us on a bat, but it seems that they were not truly from Vasily. Or the Vasily that we know is not Vasily.
Was the Vasily that you saw with the explodey things the same? That was a different Vasily than we knew as well, right?
Yes. The Vasily that I have scryed, I'm not... He looks similar to the man that we met, but he looks older and is in much worse condition than it would be possible for him to have deteriorated to since the last time we saw him.
So our friend Vasily is still possibly maybe dead, but we could have a new friend that's also Vasily.
And may also possibly be dead soon, yes.
That's why we saved them.
I mean, are we planning on going straight from here, taking a nap in Vallaki, and then assaulting Castle Ravenloft? I mean...
I'm gonna sigh and say we definitely need to rest first, but we shouldn't delay.
I mean, given that he probably saw that we have not only the puppet, but also the diary, I'm not entirely versed on what humans do when they find out someone has their secret journal, but I have a feeling that whatever a vampire does is worse.
What he does without knowing that is worse.
Never said we were picking between good options here. I just think they're steadily worse. We have, we kind of set the we're screwed ball in motion, and so I guess we're going to have to ride it or get screwed over by it.
Yes, I concur. Let's ride the ball.
I think Casimir will say, before your assault, I will be parting from your company temporarily. And then he like looks at the place that he had his components. He says possibly permanently.
I understand. You should return to your people with the amount that you've sacrificed for them.
He nods once and he says, "But I may be able to secure you an ally."
I do like the sound of that.
I will always take allies, but I would rather see you safe and your people safe, considering how much work you've put towards helping them. And I hope we can help them further by killing this bitch.
I think he nods at that. And he says, I think he like nods at what you're saying, right? He's like paying attention. He's like kind of nodding along with you. And like as you guys are riding down, he says, a long time ago when everything was going to shit, when Strahd was first conquering these lands, my people and there was a order of paladins who defended us, who fought with us against him. And he says, he like looks at again, like glances down at the pouch of spell components, and he says, their leader was a noble man once, but I believe that undeath has warped his perspective. And then he like wiggles his hand. He's like, maybe I could fix that.
Are we using the necklace again, or is this like a...
No, I personally think that necklace should be destroyed immediately. It is not my choice to make. It was able to do great good, but the idea of somebody like, and then he looks, Count Fuckface, getting his hands on that for even a second, even a moment, is a nightmare I think that the planes will never recover from.
I also believe it should be destroyed, and our giant glowing sword of doom, not the part of it that is covered in amber, but just the glowing part of it, might be able to do so. We just want to make sure that there's nothing else we want to use it for, or I honestly, part of me wants to offer it to the paladins of the dragon to see if one of them has the balls to trade something to get their leader back. But I don't want to make things worse.
I think
they haven't done anything active in a while, so...
Casimir looks at you and he says, I was just talking about resurrecting him.
Yes. Oh, you can resurrect him from that? I thought you were going to... Anna, like, blinks. I thought you might be getting back... Never mind. That's fair.
I just want to hold on to it in case when we try and res the... what was the priest's name at the very first city? Donovich?
Yeah, you're looking to resurrect Doru.
Yeah, I just... If it doesn't go right, maybe that could help him?
It's going to be a little bit before we can do that, to be fair, as far as my ability goes.
That's the only reason... Don't get me wrong, you're right, this probably needs to be broken, but... I mean... What if I brought Donovich and he, traded something to get his kid to stay home that night?
Yes, but what butterfly effect are we causing every time we use this? Every time we use even the smallest thing that you change, if, say, you and Skrios didn't talk about horses one night at the caravan, would you guys talk to each other even now? Every little bit that we change, we can make it 100% worse, and... Think about that multiplying by someone with ill intentions. I'm on the same side as Casimir in saying that it should be gone, but I also know that it could do great good.
I don't know, it's just... I don't like the idea of a dad burying a kid.
How long has he been dead?
Oh, that was the beginning of this. All we have left is a piece of his hand.
Yeah, when was that?
2 weeks.
I think it's been a little bit. Well, is that true? Has this all happened in like 2 weeks?
Yes.
We are a hurricane going through Barovia.
So it's been more than 10 days?
Yes, and there's only a hand. The problem with a lot of those spells is you need a full body.
No, I don't need a full body.
You don't? Yeah, there's
I
only
don't.
a hand.
But it has to be less than 10 days.
Reincarnation's wacky. We can try and piece together a time scale. But
I also need a way to get 1,000 gold worth of rare oils and unguents. But
Well, we do know the Vistani.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do y'all have gentle repose?
Yes.
Because that's a corpse or other remains.
That's fair. I mean, I wouldn't mind spending the spell on it, saying I have spent the spell on it, because we did want to resurrect him.
Yeah, we've had a couple of I know for a fact that you've had days that you don't spend all your spells.
Yes. Yeah.
So I don't mind saying that Anna has been gentle reposing this in downtime.
Yeah.
Or like the days that you've had like completely off, like the socializing or market days. Like
that's been when I've cast it, yeah.
Yeah. So I think that you guys could just squeak under the time scale. Just like you have like 2 days, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay, well, if we're able to get together the components, I could reincarnate him.
We might want to do that. Do we do that before or after our fight to the castle?
We may not have a chance. There may not be an after.
All right, then.
Actually, just kidding. I'm Skrios. So of course I think we're going to succeed.
Skrios, you think you will succeed, but you've also become fascinated with the idea of invoking Skrios in a self-sacrificial play.
That's extremely true. You're right. So yes, we may not have the opportunity to do other things after. I will succeed in my mission. Whether or not we live, that's immaterial.
If we want to make sure this doesn't end up in Fuckface's hands and break it beforehand, I'd like to know that we got it working before I break it.
That's fair. If we want to, on our way back, we have to stop at the Vistani camp anyways to drop off Casimir. So
I think he nods at that.
We might as well go trade for some. Also, Anna's gonna kind of like look to everybody and then hand out the Heartstone and be like, "Your people probably need a way to get rid of any disease more than we need it. Could be a strong boon getting back on your feet, I guess."
I think Casimir will nod and thank you. If there's anything that you need, let me know. I believe that my people in our relationship with both the Vistani and the Eddie Lake leans in and whispers, "Order of the Crow might have changed a little bit due to the change that I enacted."
In a good way or a bad way?
Well, seeing as I've offered you acquisition of resources, I think that it would follow probably a positive way.
Good.
Like smirks a little bit. Like
you can have a more professional one where you'd be able to get those resources, but maybe the relationship's more strained or something.
Well said, Bella.
Sometimes caravans work well together, but they don't like each other.
He nods at that. I think as you guys are riding back, Nikolai goes, "So what's after this for you?" Like gesturing at Anna, Bella, Skrios. After you've won and Strahd is defeated, what comes next?
Should I remain?
I think he'll nod. Like, what? Wait.
When you remain.
Do you mean should you remain here? Because I could use your help to reestablish. From what I understand, Druidic magic.
No, I mean if I remain on this plane of existence once my purpose is complete.
I think he's like nodding and like motioning you along, like yes.
I would like to return to my circle and build a repository of knowledge that I've collected from this adventure. And I'm gonna look at Bella and be like, maybe with some of you.
We gotta stop by my mom's place. I gotta introduce you.
Okay.
Also, like, maybe not immediately because I don't know how much getting rid of the curse is going to help this area. Maybe breaking that weird sarcophagus helped a lot more in that regard. But I've promised a couple people that if once this is all done, I'd be willing to get them out of Barovia if they're still kind of locked in.
I think he'll like nod at that. Anna?
I'm following wherever these two go. I don't have anywhere else that I need to be.
Casimir, I should also extend that offer to you. If we're still in a locked off area, and you, or even if it's just to, get out of the area for a while, we'd help.
For a larger number than just you, obviously.
Yeah, anyone there with you, the whole group.
I think he looks like, I think visibly a little bit like flabbergasted, and he like thanks you and does like a little half bow.
We have to take responsibility, right?
That is an admirable trait, Bella. I think he says. Nikolai's just like riding, and he's like, I've been thinking about what comes next. I want to rebuild Vallaki. I want to, like, kind of like, definitely. Have you ever seen a motherfucker who gets going and they like talk with their hands too much?
Me,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, yes.
Big kind of like,
I have seen myself on camera.
big like sweeping gestures, and he's like obviously picturing something in his head, and he's like, imagine that the buildings in Vallaki aren't sagging anymore, that the temple is expanded and we have places for, and he like points, and he's like the moon and the sun and he like looks at Euschrius, and he's like, maybe not the stars, that seems like a different thing. But maybe the stars, maybe we have a place of learning for them at least. And my wife has her church maybe on the other side of town, and it's like we have food for people constantly. We have trade relations with both the village of Barovia and the werewolves. We've ousted the abbot from Kresik.
Yes, that's also on my list of things to do. I do want to, kill him, but punch him very hard as first, and then him.
I think he chuckles at that. He's like,
yeah, that's definitely we have to fix that. I don't know how to fix it. That's something we got to fix.
I think he nods and he says, we'll figure that out. I think that we're on the right track. And like, continues to gallop his horse forward, and not even gallop, just like walk the horse forward, right? And I think he paints this like nice sounding picture of a shining place where people don't have to live under like Strahd, basically, where like the sun comes out and people are allowed to be out, and the smiles aren't like forced or fake anymore, of like people having enough food, of like, and then like, I think just very idealistic, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Very like, we can fix it, like we'll get this done, and then I'll save the country. Kind of like,
I mean, I don't think we plan to try and save the country and then just like fuck off and
Oh.
like actually help the country as well.
Well.
I think Nikolai's like looking between Pella and Skrios, and I was like, well, I'm kind of getting two different vibes.
I still have to go to the tower there, and there's something to have to get back for that.
I think he'll nod at that.
I do also owe the Lich a favor, so we've got loose ends to tie up, obviously.
think he'll nod once. He'll say, well, for what I understand, Victor's doing his little governance councils, he's like flicking his hand almost dismissively. Like, so it'll probably take some time to get everything organized and rebuilt, but I just want you to know that whenever you're back this way, you're welcome.
Victor's also like number one on the list of like, if he needs a vacation out of Barovia, we need to make sure we get him that if he needs it. We should take him to the Sword Coast. There's a great ass beach. I think he'd like it.
Why is it called the Sword Coast?
Fits so many
A wave of
in there.
illness swept through about 100 years ago, and a lot of people died from sword.
I think that's a very funny scene.
Yeah.
And that is accurate.
Yeah, absolutely. That makes the most sense possible. I think Nikolai just laughs. I think he literally on a 1 he gets a 4.
Yeah. Yeah, he rolled a 3.
Yeah. I think Nikolai just kind of laughs and you guys make your way down the mountain. Let's go back to the world map and see what's going on.
Definitely taking a nap in like Skrios' lap as I'm telling him about the blindfolded ritual, though, at one point.
Okay, thank
But Bella does continue to pout every once in a while. It's like, and it's not like it's some blueprint of an evil nightmare device that we thought we were getting rid of all this whole, like, he's holding a little bit of a grudge.
I thought you knew about it.
Honestly, like, I thought it was destroyed too. I kind of forgot we had it. Things got a little chaotic after that point. I also don't want to get rid of it if it's like a way that we can beat it later, is knowing how it works.
You're not wrong. I just, we destroyed a whole bunch of books, and there was a whole bunch of fire, and we blew up a building. I'm pretty sure. Did we blow up a building or just set fire? Doesn't matter. There was a whole lot of stuff.
We
And
also
I didn't know that we had this. This has been there this whole time.
we also wanted to confront Vasily about it. That's why we held on to it at one point, and we did.
I'm
Remember when he came to the room?
sorry, Bella. We should have been more communicative.
I'm sorry that we went and talked to a demon behind your back, Anna.
I think Nikolai's gonna laugh and say devil. As you guys continue down the road, I think that you notice that the ever-present fog seems to be lightning.
Ooh.
That it is not broken, but you can see little bits of the sun peeking through.
I have an immersion-breaking question.
Yeah, what's up?
Can I see any were-ravens in the trees?
Yeah, probably. Right?
Do they look like guys?
Yeah.
You'd
You'd have to like go up to the trees though, right? Because what's the true sight go out to?
It's 60 feet, I think.
The range was like 60, yeah.
Yeah, 60 feet.
So you'd have to like walk up to the trees, I think. Or at least like maybe 30 feet away from them. Like you'd have to hop off the path, you know what I mean, and walk over.
Okay, yeah. I just imagining rolling through the forest and seeing just a bunch of people.
Yeah. I think it's one of those things where it's like it's overlaid, you know what I mean? So it's like you see a raven and then you see like a dude standing over him with like his feet wrapped around the branch because that's how the raven is doing it, you know?
Yeah. Well, because in some forms it doesn't make any physical sense. So you'd be like, why is that guy no flipping?
I'd love for you to start calling them by their actual like human form names, like just on site, and being and everybody was like, how the fuck are you so good at telling them apart? Oh, I got used to it.
So just Skria, so he would just be like, I made a terrible pact with the star.
Of course.
so dangerous. It must have been. It was contained by Skrios itself.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna need a long rest. We need the long rest badly.
I gotta go to bed so bad.
Yeah.
I mean, long rest for me is still like 4 hours, but
You guys are going back to Valaki for that?
yeah.
Yes, I mean unless it's gonna get night, so we just make my dome because we can fit everybody except for the shield guardian in here.
We also gotta stop at the camp.
Yeah, so we might stay at the camp for the night, honestly, instead of going all the way to Valaki because we have to grab stuff there.
Conditions there are okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and we can sleep there. Then I think we should sleep there.
Absolutely. You guys are back on the world map, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yes.
Yes.
So
I hope that the druid vampire has like noticed that the mists are abating a little and is like, "Oh, I said they couldn't do it, but by God, they're doing it."
I think he's in a hibernation state, but you know.
But still.
It's true. We'll see. What's up?
Nothing. I'm literally sitting here. You're like, you're on the world map, right? And I'm just waiting for things to change that I didn't notice.
Like this part's on fire. There's a big crater over here.
No, everything seems on the whole to be fairly normal. You know? I don't think that things are.
Napping in Skrios's lap, I would be very worried.
What's up?
If I wasn't napping in Skrios's lap, I would be very worried.
Yeah, I think if you guys like go to do investigation somewhere, then things might look a little, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. I think that as you're passing Solenka Pass, the rubble from your fight looks like it was a lot more intense than you remember it being. Like Skrios got winged by a demon, yeah.
Yeah.
You know? But like it looks like somebody was like hurling fireballs. Like but you know, other than that, nothing too big.
Okay.
Weren't we hurling fireballs though?
I don't think anyone cast fireball, right? No, that's not true. Casimir did, I think. But I think this is like this. It looks like more of a pitched battle was fought than like a skirmish, if that makes sense. Like there's more magical damage, like scarring the bridge.
I have been summoned for dinner.
All right.
If this is a good time to take 5.
Yeah, you can take a quick break.
Okay.
I think that like the big thing that you notice when you're going through is that there are a lot more like checkpoints, waypoints, stops, like places that look good to camp are like more fortified in a weird way. Like there are posts driven into the ground and like choke points that have been created.
That might be a good sign. It could mean that people are better able to defend themselves.
Yeah.
They're not just like driven back into these tiny corners of the map and stuck
Casimir,
there.
did you lead like a military operation up and around here?
I think he like gives a little half shrug and he says like, well, I think that the western half of these lands are less conquered than Strahd would like.
You'd love to see it.
Oh, we're gonna feel a lot of effects, I think.
Yeah. Okay, I will be right back.
Absolutely. Let's
I'm
take
gonna give me some potatoes as well.
Oh, I'd love a potato. Anna feeds the NPCs like they're all skittish horses. Absolutely, Dylan. That's correct.
They are. Listen.
It's really funny.
To Anna, you are all squish. Specifically Casimir. I think Casimir went from God, I don't trust him with information to, okay, he has not only sacrificed a fuck ton for his people, which I already respected him for in the beginning, but now he also is even more squish. Like.
Yeah.
I will also be right back.
All right.
I love the sword merchant that sells swords. I've seen that before. I love it.
Yeah, I've also seen it before. I think it's really good. I'm gonna see if there's anything I can grab like quick as a snack.
Okay.
Be right back.
I know the only people who can hear this are the ones we're streaming to, if we're still going across on the stream. But this pattern, for some reason, has interfacing and like backing for the back of the shirt, but not the front of the shirt, where, I don't know, you might not want to see things as clearly. And I'm like, why would you, like, I can put my back muscles on display, that's fine. Not that I really have any, but I'd rather have something, I don't know, making it so I don't have to wear a tank top. Like, think ahead, McCalls.
Whoever designed it had an idea and maybe didn't think it all the way through.
That's most patterns, yes. Not gonna lie. Me sitting there like, why are you doing this? Some of them you're like, you 100% need to like follow this. They know what they're talking about. If you're doing like a hidden pocket or anything like that, you follow those instructions. But sometimes they're like, yeah, and then you attach this here, and I'm like, that will make that look bulky. How they didn't even do that in the pictures. Like, what are you doing?
I have returned.
Welcome back. You guys ready to relearn everything we've learned about Barovia so far?
Oh yeah.
We just did the in Hushed Whispers quest, and now we're seeing what happened in our absence.
Mm-hmm.
Liliana's gonna look like a fucking undead. It's gonna be great.
That's just Casimir.
It's, you know what? You're right.
And apparently Vasily.
Yeah, well.
Who's right about what?
Oh, I was saying that we're gonna have to relearn everything we learned about Barovia. We've just completed the In Hushed Whispers portion of Dragon Age Inquisition. Liliana's gonna look like a fucked up zombie, and then Jules said that's just Casimir, and it was like, fuck, you're right.
That's really funny. No, I think the broad strokes are the same. I think that like if you ask Casimir about it, I think he'll tell you. Is Eric back?
I don't think so.
Okay.
He popped in for a second. Yeah,
Huh?
he's here.
Okay.
I was shoveling food in my mouth.
Yeah, he's muting selectively for potatoes.
Yeah, I understand completely. I just didn't want to like give the exposition and then give the exposition again, you know? But I'm eating popcorn. I think that if you ask Casimir about it, basically, he will tell you that by working with the Order of the Feather, I think that's what it's called, right? Something like that.
Like we've ever asked an official name.
Yeah, the Were-Ravens, basically a large proportion of the elven population has been like not necessarily doing hit and run tactics, but fighting guerrilla warfare for the last however long that this whole thing's been going on. That the change he made was that when basically just not to trust fucking Rahadin, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
To like lie to Rahadin about the plans, so that when they were fighting their big last stand at the fucking the ruin area,
Mm-hmm.
that area over the Lunar River, basically, that a significantly higher population of Dusk Elves survived, and have been like either migrating out of this place with Vistani caravans or have been like really fucking fading back into the woods and doing much more kind of hit and run tactics, because once Strahd vampirized, it's not like he had a big standing army anymore, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
Yeah. So the general shape is very much the same, just like, you know,
There was actually a chance and a hope for the people to get out and avoid his bullshit, and also fight back.
Yeah. But yeah. But yeah, Skrius, I think that if you're looking for were-ravens, like a fair number of them are dusk elves. Whereas
fuck
before,
yeah.
the vast majority of the keepers of the feather, I think it's keepers of the feather. That sounds right to me. Were human, like almost all of them that you met. I think that like a much larger proportion of them, probably like close to like 40-50% are dusk elves here.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is Casimir a raven?
Casimir is not a raven, I don't think. I think Casimir, the reason that he's so beat up is because he's acted like a lightning rod for a lot of this. Like, he'll show up and draw forces to a place, you know?
Right.
Like, be visibly, publicly there. And, like, yeah. Not necessarily like a boogeyman to Strahd, because Strahd could just, like, if he wanted to come personally put him down, he probably could. But
yeah.
It was like, if you come for me, it's going to be a problem. Like,
yeah.
the kind of thing where Casimir was somewhere, and then Strahd sent some vampires after him, and those vampires did not come back. You know what I mean? Yeah.
He's like that slapping game, the hand held out. It's like, all right, come on, go ahead and close him. Slap that hand. I'm going to slap the shit out of it. That taunting, baiting kind of deal.
Yeah. Exactly like that. So where are you guys going?
The Vistani camp.
Absolutely.
Was what I think we agreed on. Correct me if I'm incorrect.
Yep, no, that's right.
That sounds right.
Because not only do we have to get all of the insets for resurrection and oils and shit, which I feel like
and
we have a higher chance. Yep.
And also unguents.
Yes. Yes, we'll get some ungulates while we're there.
Don't forget the unguents.
Couple of cows.
Skrios, could you describe to me when you're asking the Vistani for stuff, what you ask for specifically?
I've asked for unguents.
And when somebody goes, what does that mean? Could you describe, like...
What an unguent is?
Yeah.
It is a soft, greasy, or viscous substance used as ointment or for lubrication.
So how much motor oil are they offering?
There's no such thing as motor oil.
How much?
Well, there is though.
How much expensive lube is Skrios trying to buy?
Oh my god.
Yes, I'm buying a lot of very expensive lube, unfortunately.
How much scented and enchanted lube?
1,000 gold worth.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Yep.
So either it's a lot or it's the really good stuff.
That's true.
I'm sorry. I have to get special, expensive, body safe unguents, which I am now going to start saying in my personal life every time I want to ruin getting laid.
I'm glad we're the same person.
Hold on, let me just grab my unguent. Actually, I think I have to go. I don't think I can stay suddenly. I'm busy. Bye.
Shoving all the breadsticks into my bag and leaving.
You think I'm doing it at the Red Lobster?
No, I'm just saying that if there's any food present, you should take it on your way out.
If there's food present in the same room as the unguents, maybe you shouldn't.
Wait, no, didn't you see that? Didn't you see that nice Twitter post about the threesome with the chips?
No.
I'm asexual. I don't know how any of this works, okay?
The little orange slices and like seltzer water and chip bags that were set out.
Okay, that actually is really nice. That is really nice, yeah. Listen, but whatever. Anyway, Actually, that's true. Every time if you're hosting, this is a pro tip for everyone. If you're ever hosting a sexual encounter at your home, there should be finger foods. Yeah. Yeah.
Are we making a joke here, or is this?
No, you should actually genuinely have snacks. It's very polite. Like I've been to some houses, I've been to some apartments, and I always appreciate when there's a charcuterie.
Anyway.
I'm not saying we're learning anything new because I feel like I knew this in my heart. I'm getting a more vivid picture.
Yeah. Just and usually weed as well, but that's optional. But water and snacks bare minimum anyway.
Nothing crumbly.
Nothing crumbly. No.
That's why I was laughing about the chips.
The chips is funny. You don't want chip crumbs involved. That'll give you a bad Yelp review.
We call him
anyway.
Sandpaper Johnson.
Why do they call you that?
Okay.
Anyway, so yes, I think that the relevant materials are probably like, you know how like it's like whale vomit and perfume.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like an animal fat that is rare and hard to get a hold of and processed in a certain way.
It's called spermaceti. That's not a joke. That's what it's called.
It's ambergris.
Well, that's also it too, but spermaceti is the whale oil as well.
Okay. So I'm getting expensive lubes and spermicides. Thanks everyone for having a giggle at the fun sex joke. Anyway, so yeah, so I think that genuinely that's what it is. And probably some oils that are like preservative that are a little less expensive, but I do have to actually create a body out of these ingredients, so I think they have to be animal fats.
Yeah, that makes sense. I have a question for you guys. How much gold do you have?
Not that much, although I haven't
Not
been
much,
counting.
potentially. I have in like gold 258 points of it. We also have 500 gold points worth of diamonds that I would like to hold on to, the 400 gold points worth of spell agnostic tasking components, a bag made of human skin with a screaming soul inside of it, a wineskin of Red Dragon Crush, and if we're desperate, a scrying stone that'll tell you the exact location of the abbot of Krejig whenever you feel like it.
Pretty sick. I've got 30 gold and 75 gold worth of human skin notebooks.
Anna's also going to hand over the infinite wine elvish thing to Krejig, not Krejig, Casimir.
It's also anti-poison.
It is anti-poison, but poor poison get wine. But it's an elven artifact, and we said I'd be giving it to him. The other thing, I'm not admitting the Book of Wisdom exists yet, and I'm not taking out that cursed staff at the moment because I can't deal with it. So,
fair.
Well, Casimir has the cursed staff at the moment.
No, it's still in the bag. We put everything in the bag of holding.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
I've also got some fungi. If anyone has a scientific interest in that, I feel like if we find the right buyer, that could probably go for a bit.
That's fair.
I also have one cast of Greater Restoration left for the day, so if somebody wants to pay me to use that, although I do need components, so that's a little bit worse, but whatever.
Skrias. When you get to this Vistani camp, could you please make me a persuasion check to try and get somebody to buy your moss, your mold?
Yeah, my molds. I got a +0. Let's go.
That's amazing.
You know why? It's because I speak with conviction about the scientific and ecological value.
That's true.
They bought it from you to get you to stop talking about the scientific and ecological value. That's why they specifically bought it.
That's rude, just because you are not appreciative of the natural sciences.
I think that somebody basically hears you talking about this. This is not the person you're trying to sell it to.
Uh-huh.
I think the person you're trying to sell it to is the person you're trying to buy the rare unguents from. And he's just not having any of it, right? And then there's somebody who is like next to you shopping. He's like, well, actually, I'm on my way to, and then he says like a city name. And he's like, I know a couple of research scientists there who are like extremely interested in like the differentiation and commonalities of various like fungal species in interplanar kind of
Oh,
situations.
absolutely.
And like we'll haggle with you on it. I think you end up getting like probably 100 gold out of it.
I'll throw in a copy of my notes if it gets the price up.
Hell yeah.
Also, Skrios will try to use that as like I'll throw in a copy of my notes, and they're like, oh, like for bargaining, and I'm like, yeah, but also because I want these to be accurately represented. I want my science to be part of this, so yeah, cool. So now
funny.
I
I think
glad this
Nikolai
paid
is like
off.
looking back and forth when you guys trying to haggle the. So first thing, I think that you see at the like entrance of every one of these cabins, instead of just being like a dude with their face completely wrapped up, there is like a 3-person pair.
Mhm.
You see like a fucking a fighter looking type, a ranger looking type, and a mage looking type standing, I think, at each of these. Like,
Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
Just like a little better defended. I think that the elves here are looking like less beat down than the last time you were through.
You love to see it.
You love to see it. Love to see it. Love to hear it. I think that Nikolai lets you guys haggle for like probably a little bit too like longer than is comfortable. You know what I mean? Like, because nobody's asked him for help, and then he like sighs and he's like, I have money.
Bold of you to assume that we can remember facts for more than a minute's time.
I know you have money. I don't know the precise quantity you've been spending quite heavily. I thought.
I also thought your assets were frozen because you were not dead anymore.
That's only in Kresik.
Oh, I see, Mr. Diversifying over here. Got it.
Keeping your offshore account.
I think he like smiles and he says like, I fund some of these trade expeditions. Like,
That's
gesturing at the
fair.
Vistani, like, I pay some people.
Well, we're trying to bring back somebody from the dead, so we need some money. Yes, please, Nikolai.
He like smiles and he's like, all you had to do was ask.
Wait a minute, were you still funding this when you were down with the illness of Sword?
Honestly, Lady Watcher probably was.
I think he'll nod and he'll be like, yeah, I believe that she was looking for some texts that are hard to get a hold of in Barovia.
Okay, I just didn't want to be like thinking that you just took a break for like a year or so.
Yeah.
'Cause that'd be weird.
I think that he lets you know that this is like the last big expenditure he can do. But we'll absolutely get you the unguents you need. And Anna, you were looking for a holy reliquary?
Yep.
Yeah, I think you can absolutely get that here.
I am so excited to cast reincarnation, guys.
Excellent.
I think he like smiles and he's like, in exchange for the sword.
I appreciate it. So I'll get the reliquary. I'm just gonna put that in there.
Yeah.
That was given to Casimir.
What do you think that looks like? What do you
I mean, okay, so reliquaries usually have some kind of saint's bone in it. I don't want an actual saint bone because the concept of that is making me nauseous at the moment, but the concept of it being a piece of the other statues that are officially from the moon sounds amazing to me. So like a small piece, either a recreation or like recreation or one of them of that would be really cool. So I think it has like a piece of that has been like painted and decorated with like gold leaf and is like inside of this kind of golden cage that has the same general construction as my core did, aesthetic wise.
Hell yeah.
So
Can I suggest like one thing?
yeah, sure.
When you use it as the focus for this spell, it like music boxes up.
That would be cool.
The bits start moving and it starts playing like maybe not a hymn because I don't think your church was very hymny. But well, something.
Yeah.
That's great because I put so many little music box songs in Anna's playlist.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
There are so many in there. Don't listen to it early in the morning. Please don't. Or late at night, don't do it. It's creepy. It's lovely, but it's creepy.
I didn't know we had playlists.
I
Ooh.
posted them. There's a Skrios playlist and a Bella playlist and an Anna playlist. Bella's is a fucking bop. I listen to that one the most because it's got a bunch of Gogol Bordello and shit in there.
Hell yeah.
And
Listen to that. I need to go back and listen to that again.
yeah, you all do need to appreciate my wonderfully crafted playlist.
They're all saved to my Spotify, and I listen to them regularly. Thank you.
Abby accepted because she's doing a great job.
Thank
Abby
you.
is by far the most considerate out of all of us.
That's very true. Skriosis is also very creepy, but it's a much different vibe of creepy than Anna's. Anna's is very piano, haunted doll vibes. There's some songs with some special titles about like the vampire's kiss or some shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I've spent a lot of time on them, and I've finally crafted them directly from Orzammar, and I would love it if I'll repost the links. I would love it if you guys would have a listen. Right now I'm peeling an orange though, so I'll post them later.
Hell yeah.
Took me a really long time to get Skriosis to work because of the vibe I was going for is like not music that I have a lot of. And a lot of the things that felt ominous enough were completely unlistenable. Like every time I found something, I was like, "Oh, that's definitely what a star of absolute annihilation would sound like." I was like, "I can't. I'm not listening to this for 17 minutes because that's how long these types of songs are."
Yeah.
I'm not listening to man walking through what sounds like a warehouse, breathing deeply into a microphone while somebody plays a ukulele 10 rooms away.
Yes, that was except it wasn't a ukulele. It's like a theremin or like just bass feedback.
One of those horror movie musical instruments, like the
Oh god, the thing.
The water.
Yeah,
the violin
you got
one.
It exactly. Like there was like a footsteps in the woods creepy song, and I was like, "Damn, it's good, but it's 20 minutes long and horrible to hear."
This is exactly the right vibe, but exactly the wrong situation.
Yeah, totally the right vibe. I'm not going to put that on a playlist that I listen to though. And I don't want to make a playlist that no one can stand to listen to.
Mm-hmm. You guys get the unguents you need.
Great.
You get the reliquary.
Nice.
I think that sounds like a crafted thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that sounds like you describe what you want and then somebody like makes it for you.
The reliquary?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, that just sounded like something bunches of church people made a long time ago, but that's fair.
That's fair.
Corvo, please. My cat is insistent that he belongs on the desk while I'm pinning things, and I have had to pick him up and move him 6 times in a row of him just continuing the same motion after I put him back down. So if I'm giggling, that's why.
That's funny. Yeah. You guys were planning on spending the night here?
Yes. Probably in my Leomund's tiny hut.
Alright.
I definitely go up to, I don't remember which of the 2 brothers I originally was the one talking. I think it was the larger one.
Yeah.
Uh,
Lubosh.
and mention, so we might have gotten a little early about working on getting rid of the curse kind of stuff. And there might be sun now, so that's a plus.
Hmm.
I think like immediately starts asking like, what does that mean for my caravans?
Unfortunately, this wasn't necessarily something that was planned out. So that's a really good question. We don't know what's going on, but I figured a warning was probably more than required. It was bad.
I think he
Bad
nods.
enough, like, to panic us to a degree we're not used to.
I think he'll like nod once and he'll like start giving commands out in the Stani. Bella, you recognize, you understand what he's saying? It's basically like, if there are trade caravans out, make sure that they get, like, make sure family members stick together. We don't want, like, families separated if they can't get back into Barovia or whatever. Like, just immediately starts doing, like, organization and making sure that, like, if groups come in together, they go out together. You know what I mean?
100%. Switching into Vistani as he's, like, when there's a break in his commands, but Bella would then add, it's like, I think we might be opening the door more than closing it. So
I think he nods at
there's
that. And he's like, well, I understand that, but on the off chance that something happens with being able to get back and forth from Barovia, I want to make sure as many people as possible are taken care of.
100%. I was just worrying more the other side might become more of a problem sooner than later of people who coming in who probably shouldn't be coming in.
I think he like waves his hand at that. He's like, they don't have the trade relationships we have.
That's fair. That isn't the warning I wasn't. That was the warning I was bringing you. I'm more worried of what that means for Barovia as a whole, because there's a lot going on that everyone outside of here is not prepared for. I came from out there and I wasn't prepared for.
Like the waves of undead, Anna says, like poking around at other stuff and just passing by this conversation.
There's just going to be a lot more people possibly coming in, and the main worry I have for that is there's going to be a lot more dead bodies on the road because of it.
I think he'll nod at that. And like walk over to Casimir and have like a hushed conversation with Casimir, basically. I think you can listen in if you want to, but basically he's saying like, please use your contacts in the Keepers of the Feather to let the werewolves know to be on the lookout for people coming in near Krezk. We'll keep an eye out, blah blah blah, where we head out, kind of thing, you know.
Bella definitely has like his grin growing as the words are coming out. He's like, yes, it's working. Everyone's working together. We're all friends. It's perfect. This is what Bella's been working for since we started here.
All right. Would you guys mind positioning yourselves on the map where you plan on having your nappy?
I mean, I think we should put our tent in the circle if we are allowed.
Yeah.
So.
I can't move. Oh, that's Victor out there. Okay.
Yeah, Casimir's down here.
Victor's
there it
not
is.
really
We don't need
there.
Casimir to do whatever he wants. If he would like to spend the night in Lehman's tiny hut, he's more than welcome to. But
yeah, Casimir can go back to his own house if he wants to, but that's
Sweet he has a house.
Sweet Chestnut goes to hang out with the horses that he was bought from.
I love you, Sweet Chestnut.
We all love Sweet Chestnut.
We all love Sweet Chestnut. I will be studying the tome of the Last Herald of Skrios
Absolutely.
during my non-meditative time. So can we take our long rest?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bella definitely spends larger amount of time than probably should, because it's not going to go anywhere, of trying to ask Shield Buddy what they want to do for like the evening and whatnot.
It's very funny. Yeah, absolutely, you can do that. Absolutely. If you tell it to tell you, like, if you, what am I trying to say here?
Always comes out as like an ask and a please.
Yeah, you will not get answers from that.
Bella is not a smart individual. He's going to try what he knows best, and that's just being a nice, sweet little boy that does, asks nice questions, and like, would you mind telling me, or is there anything you'd prefer, and just not going to get a whole lot of answers.
Yeah, absolutely. Could I ask what your guys' passive perception scores are?
19.
18.
Actually, 13. Not the worst as far as expected.
To make just a quick roll. Actually, yeah, well,
I don't really sleep. I am alert the entire night.
yes, absolutely. That's very funny. Skrios. Well, let's start with what Anna, Bella, and most of the Vistani see. There is a bat that is watching you very intently, Anna, Bella. Skrios. There is a vampire that is flitting around in bat form, watching you guys sleep.
Oh. I'm gonna wake Bella up. Anna up.
Yes.
There's a vampire.
I assumed when it was a bat, but I'm glad there's confirmation. If I leave the hut goes down, but we could just kill it and go back to sleep.
Yeah, I would like to shoot it.
Wait a minute. How close is the bat?
I'll put it on the map. We'll do just like a little. I think it's like flittering around. Where do you mind drawing your hut?
I did. There's a glowing orb around me.
Oh, gotcha. Then yeah, I think it's like on top of this wagon over here. What's up?
I don't see anything.
You can't see anything here?
I can see the bat, I don't see the hut.
Oh, give me one second.
Glowing. You might have to reload.
No, I think I know what's going on.
Oh.
I think you can see it, Abby, but I don't think everyone can.
Rest in peace.
Because you have access to it. But now you should be able to.
Now I can see it.
It's a thing under a settings tab that I never remember to change because I did it on your newer tokens, but your older tokens don't. It doesn't matter.
I see. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I think you guys saw it fly in. I think everyone who was awake saw it, so probably Anna and Skrios, because you both remain semi-aware of your surroundings, right? Or...
Yep.
But yeah, I think it's just like perched on top of that that wagon, kind of watching you guys. So you'll drop the...
Yeah, I could step out for a sec, but I am the squishy.
Yeah, no, I will make sure that Nikolai is aware of what's going on as well, so that we're not just like, surprise, no house. And then drop the Leomund's tiny hut at the same time as the thing is getting shot at. I actually don't even have to drop it, just me stepping outside of it will break it, so.
Gotcha. Are you guys trying to keep this like secret? Like that you're gearing up to fight? Like you're putting armor on and stuff, right?
Yeah. Well, you can't see into our hut. It is opaque.
Gotcha.
So, you know, we can try to be quiet, I suppose, getting on armor, but like I think Anna's gonna like tap Nikolai on the shoulder and be like, there's a vampire out there that we're going to have to take care of. We should probably tell some of the guards too. If we can get the drop on it real quick. It's in bat form.
I think he will nod at that.
Forget. I'm gonna have to take 10 minutes to put all this shit back on. It's the middle of the night and this bullshit.
If somebody helps you, it's 5 minutes, Anna says, picking up the armor and handing it.
Bella, it definitely takes a little bit more work because Bella is half asleep and is putting them on the wrong spots for a half second. Like grabs the greaves and it's like starts to try and put his arm in. And it's like, no, wait.
It's been a long day.
Tries the other arm.
Anna's just
grumbling the whole
patiently
time.
correcting while keeping an eye out on the bat.
All I'm gonna say is I want to try something first.
Oh no.
It's a plan.
Can you tell me the plan?
I want to grab it.
Okay. That's 12% of a plan. Go ahead.
I mean, what if I grabbed it with the mists?
And then it turns back into a full-sized vampire.
And it can't fly, and we're gonna fight it anyways. I just want to make sure that it doesn't report back first.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Might as well let Skrios get a hit on it and then grab it.
I mean, if you want to grab it first, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I'll
it
grab
means
it.
that if it reverts to its original form, I will be able to damage it more directly without going through additional
It's true.
health from its shapeshift form.
It's true. Although I don't know how much health a bat has, so.
Probably look 1 HP, but
still, every bit counts.
I mean, if I were to assign it a numerical value.
What's an HP?
Very,
Hull point?
very little. Whole point? Did you just say whole point?
HULL, hull point.
Oh.
I was going to call it a hit percentage personally, but that's me.
I don't know. That was wisdom from the stars. I don't know what they mean by it yet. I haven't studied it.
Yeah, we're gonna have a whole fun 5 minutes climbing into heavy armor again.
Yep.
Well, Mao. Absolutely. So what do you guys do? Do you drop the hut to go let the guards know? Or are you just like jumping this thing? Like, what's the...
I would like to jump the thing.
Jump the thing at the same time we have Nikolai go to let the guards know.
Okay.
We're doing the impulse control bit of not having any control.
We put our armor on first. That was our impulse control. I
Mhm.
think Belle's gonna try to grab it, and then I will try to shoot it.
Yeet.
All right. Could everyone please roll me initiative?
I will click my token.
Do we get to surprise it? Hold on, I can't.
This thing is watching you. It is way. You guys know that it is watching you because you beat its stealth check.
That's fair.
But it is watching for something to change. You know what I mean?
That is fair. Bella obviously has the boop.
All right.
Game, I didn't change anything between when I rolled the first one and the second one. Why did the... we're not going to ask questions.
Why does it always do this? So that is Skrios with a 14. Anna with an 11.8. The fake Anna and fake Skrios are removed. Bella with a 9.1. Is that right?
That is correct.
And then classic good old-fashioned Nikolai. The 21. Classic
As
Nick.
expected.
Yeah. I think Nick just like dashes off and starts getting ready to let people know what's going on. And at the end of his turn, the bat, seeing that something has happened, will start moving away. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. All right. It kind of dips down behind the wagon. Skrios, your go.
Okay, how far away is it?
40 feet, it looks like.
Okay, I don't actually need to move because I am so spellcaster, and I'm blasting. I don't want this guy going anywhere. Actually,
We haven't regained our spell points, right? We're still on
Correct. Also,
Oh,
Skrios,
fuck,
you will have to move outside of Liamon's tiny hut to cast a spell.
Oh,
That
the
should
hut
happen.
is dropped. The hut is dropped. As
Oh,
Nikolai
gotcha.
ran out, I dropped the hut. That was the...
Gotcha. Okay. So the combat starts as you... Okay.
Okay, well, I am gonna guess how many spell slots I had.
Because you said that we could take a long rest, so we reset stuff. I actually haven't touched
reset
mine
everything.
yet, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you guys might sleep with the bat watching you, but you decided to jump it.
We're all about causing as much conflict in this one day as possible, so much so that we created a minor time loop to add a little bit more.
I guess so.
All right. A 23 will hit. For 13 radiant?
Yes. And
Alrighty.
it's sparkly now.
4 minus 13 is... Okay.
And I'm gonna step behind the wagon.
All right. At the end of your turn, it's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet. Anna, it's your go.
Okay. As someone whose eyesight absolutely sucks, which direction did it head?
North, up.
Is it here?
Yes.
Thank you.
West, technically, but up from you.
Okay. Give me 2
I have
seconds.
included the orange arrow of assistance.
Thank you. Okay. Are these squares? What are the squares? Okay. Well, I'm going to move right about here. So that's within 60 feet of me. I'm going to Sacred Flame him.
Okay.
To make a dex save.
A 20 will make it, I believe.
God fucking damn it. Okay. And I don't really have bonus actions, so that's all I can fucking do.
Alrighty. And at the end of your turn, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Bella?
Bill is just like, you see a moment of like staring off, going, God damn it.
The old dash, move dash.
Summon that and gonna chuck a javelin at it.
All right.
Because that is my own ranged option that I can throw from the shadow.
It'll hit. Or non-magical piercing.
Correct.
All right. This thing's turn. It is going to move dash.
Of course.
45, 50, 55, 60. I don't believe you guys have enough movement options if it's moving 150 feet per round to catch it.
No.
No.
I can move 70 feet.
So if there's anything else you want to do, we could do that. But I think as of now, we can say that it's going to get away.
Yeah.
Well, that was pointless. Okay. Anna's gonna just like sit back down, let the guard tell Nikolai if the guards come out, like the bat got away. It's just a vampire, and then just start ritual casting Lehman's tiny hut. Like this was bullshit.
Bell's gonna go and fetch this javelin before going back.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so be prepared for, I don't know, an attack. Who knows? Fuckface knows we're here anyway and has been scrying on us, so us being here is probably a bad thing anyway. Maybe we should move out for the night, but we need to rest. So. Then again, I only need, Skrios, you only need 4 hours. I also don't need a ton.
Yeah.
So.
I think it is a couple hours later that you guys see another couple of bats show up.
All right. I have the ability to watch them while I sleep, so I will do this. So I'll
Absolutely.
let Skrios know. Once Skrios has done the long rest, we can decide from there.
I think they show up and they're just sitting on buildings watching you.
Yeah, I need the rest more than, like, I can't fight a bunch of vampires with no spell slots.
Absolutely. I think everyone's on guard, but they don't, like, the guards here don't want to be the first ones to swing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, everyone's keeping an eye on these things, but they're not rampaging yet. But yeah, feel free to get the rest of your full rest, bump your spell slots all the way up. If anybody's missing HP, get your HP. I think right before dawn, the bats start to fly off.
Ain't nothing I can do about that, so I wish I could, well, I gotta pick fucking spells.
Absolutely. I think very much intimidation tactic, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Motherfucker shows up in the middle of the night. Can't fuck. Bella's just like grumbling the whole time, getting back into his
Meanwhile,
armor.
Fauna sitting there like really wasn't that intimidating. It was just petty. What started flying off, it was like, oh, you're just here to annoy us, right? You're not going to start anything because you're a wimp. Have fun.
I think if you say any of that out loud, Nikolai's going to say, I think he was saying that if we're not here, then he can send whatever he wants to this.
Yes, I'm aware.
Okay.
And there's not much else we can do other than beeline to his castle and kick him in the dick so hard he tastes his own, and then just kind of stands up.
I think he'll nod at that.
Are we making a body out of lube today?
Well, that's a question, isn't it? Because otherwise, Skreos is not going to have that spell slot.
Yeah, if I think we are, we only have 2 days to do it. I will use it for reincarnate.
You didn't have even with a level up, you didn't have a spell of it last night that we could have used, or no?
What?
We leveled up, right?
I don't understand the sentence, a spell of it.
The spell slot.
I had a spell slot, I didn't have the spell prepared, and it's not a ritual cast.
That's fair. Fair enough. Sorry, I was just trying to track what we had. My apologies.
Yeah, so I'll prepare that. I'm still trying to kind of decide what my fucking spells shall be. Because we're assaulting the castle today, yeah?
Yeah, that's the plan, I think.
Okay.
That's like, 20% of a plan.
Alrighty.
Yeah, don't mind me. I'm just picking my spells for the day.
Yeah, me too.
Let me know when you're good to go. Let me know what this resurrection ritual looks like. I think we can do the reincarnation, and then I probably will have to crash.
Okay. That's fair.
I was very tired going into the session, and I think it's making me play or like DM worse.
I don't think so, but I think if you're tired, you should rest. Yeah, okay. So, where's our setup? Can I get a nice, like, does anyone have like a nice stone table? I'd like to do this outdoors. Or we could get a nice flat grassy area somewhere. Probably not in the middle of camp because it's like freaky.
I think that there's probably like a nice flat area like outside of the ring of houses on like the grassy plain before the woods, you know what I mean? Unless you want like, because if you scroll all the way down, it gives you kind of a, what's the word, perspective?
Oh yeah, like a looking the other way.
You can kind of see what's going on.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, well we'll go. Sorry, Kaz, we're gonna go in front of Casimir's house, I think, because I don't want to do it in front of somebody else's house that doesn't know us as well. So I think do we have anything that does anybody here have a waterproof tarp?
I think that with the Vistani here, you can absolutely grab one. I don't think that's a big ask.
Yeah. Then I will ask Anna to bring out the remains and like lay them in the center.
Okay.
I mean, Anna will do so. It's a thumb. That's all we got. So.
Gotcha. Yeah, and yeah. Let me read, just making sure that I got the spell right. Yeah. Then I think I take the bone and kind of encase it in this unguent, and oils and such, and kind of like hold it in between my hands for a moment, and then start to imbue them with this energy. So when I slowly kind of like part my hands so they're floating above and below, there's like I think I'll move my bottom hand up so they're both on top, and it looks like from my palms are like falling stars that start to energize the oils, and they start to grow into the shape of a humanoid body, and I need to roll.
Yeah, give me that D100.
I gotta do that, sweet.
There's 100 fucking options.
No, but it randomly generates a race.
Well, hi.
Hello, human.
Yeah.
Good
Really?
job. You got it.
You got it?
Yeah, I got human.
Oh my god.
We rolled human. I reincarnated you. This well, maybe not the same. You're a different human.
Yeah, I think, yeah, you are a different human, but you are a human.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Doru. You got lucky, kid.
Yeah,
I was
Doru
really,
got a new.
I was hoping
really
you'd get
funny.
like tiefling. Honestly.
Me too. I was hoping to get like a dragonborn or some shit and come back and be like, "This is your child."
It says the DM could choose a form.
That's true. If you would like to pick something else, feel free.
That's fair.
I love the idea of somebody coming back as like a star imbued tiefling. You know what I mean? With like the big horns and like constellations and like the pale skin.
I would absolutely fucking love if Skrios's starry connections like
Reinstarnation.
Reinstarnation.
I do find it very funny and lucky though that you rolled human. I would like to point that out.
Yes,
just as
so
far
fun.
as the. But I do like the flavor text.
Do we want to leave it as human? Do we want to leave it as human with like a little bit of like star freckles or something like that?
That would be cute.
Like a star-touched human. Like there's something.
I think there is something nice about hitting the human. I think that we should, because we rolled the die, we should let the die lie. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But yeah,
I still like the star-touched flavor though.
I agree. I think like maybe like freckly face, and when you like at
pure white hair or pure
night, they like they glitter like the night sky do, and like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe you get like this person, like if Doru starts like running, you get like a comet trail kind of effect going on, where like you get like the white glow that lags like a half step behind.
Miss Mark, we resurrected your boyfriend. Different person, but same person. It's interesting. Hi.
Yeah. I think that like there is a moment where, because you are reincarnating somebody who was a vampire, I think there is a moment where that same red light starts to like try and come up through this ritual, and like it just, you do not allow it. Like you and the power of the stars that you're drawing on and the blessed oils just like fucking smother that shit out. You know what I mean?
It feels good. It feels good for Skrios to have a little bit of resistance against Vampire that feels under his control.
Yeah.
Belba watching off to the side as his hand on the bracelet, ready to draw the sun sword.
That's very sweet. Could one of you get some clothes?
Anna's already on it.
I've got, a couple of shirts here, some pants. Is there anything in particular you prefer style-wise?
Anna comes back with...
You're kind of in, like, rags.
Anna comes back with stuff that definitely does not match.
That's very funny.
I think when Dora regains consciousness, I'm just gonna say good morning.
Yeah, I think he's out for a while. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I think he's probably gonna be like asleep for a bit. I think he's like up and he's like kind of, like a post-surgery person who's awake.
Yes, who's like not
I love
conscious,
you.
really. Yeah. Are you my wife? I told the dentist I was in love with him.
Exactly. I think like kind of like coming out of sedation kind of vibes.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
Doru is here, but Doru is like woozy and wibbly as hell.
I think Skrios is looks satisfied, but also slightly like, oh, a human. That's
That's what's supposed to happen, right? That's what you're going for?
Just a new body. You never know how they're gonna come out. It's a cycle of reincarnation. They get a new body. It could be any body.
Well, maybe... he wasn't really done being human, kind of got cheated out of part of it, so... Maybe it just needed a second go.
I suppose.
Can I just say again, like, not in character, not in anyone's character, love the idea of somebody getting reincarnated and a Warforged body just, like, shows up on the table.
That would be wild.
Yeah.
Like...
Just boop, 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 and Anna just sitting there like, what?
I didn't know that was a thing that could happen.
I think that, like...
That's when you use motor oil instead of...
instead of the unguents.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, or like parts of the you do it on, I don't know, you do it in a workshop and parts from the workshop start flying into the table.
God.
LOL.
You try to do a reincarnation in Blinsky's and...
Oh God.
No, I know what you get with Blinsky. You get a Piddlewick.
What?
What?
It's fine. It's a nasty little clockwork murder doll.
Oh God. Does that count as a humanoid?
Probably not. But yeah, I think that he's probably out of it for an hour or two, and then if you guys spend, some time with him, he'll open up a little bit and thank you profusely for bringing him back to life. I think everyone here is like shocked,
Mm-hmm.
I think that like people are a little bit like, even the elves, I think, are giving you like a look, like capital L look.
Like,
can I
fuck
can
did you
I
just do?
insight it? What?
Yeah.
What's
go for
how
it.
is the look? Yeah, is the look bad?
No, do they know that this guy was a vampire before? Probably not.
They just know we pulled a bone out of our bag and brought a person back to life. They don't...
Yeah. I think that's like big magic to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, like impressed and also a little wary, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because there's a powerful spellcaster
doing some ritual magic and then ending up with a person. Yeah.
Yeah. I think Skrios is a little uncomfortable with getting so much attention.
Skrios, I think you're very... It's not the we don't trust you looks, or like you're a harbinger of destruction looks that you got in your old druidic
Yeah.
like wagon, like circle.
Circle.
Yeah.
But the echo is there. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like these people were comfortable with you, and then you did some shit, and now they are not uncomfortable per se. You're still welcome here, but it's one of those welcome with an eye on you things.
Yeah, that's extraordinarily familiar.
Yeah.
Hana's got to kind of like pat Skreos on the shoulder, kind of like awkwardly, and be like, "Well done. Very impressive to bring someone back."
Bella's got goddamn stars in his eyes.
Aw.
Um,
Thank you.
I think Doru says like, I need to apologize to my dad.
I think you should probably rest here for a bit before attempting the trek. Or, I mean, we're going that direction, but not in a way that you'll want to come along. But yes, lots of.
I think, in fairness, he's gonna be very happy and will accept any apology you give him, and you're gonna be able to get away with like a lot for a little while.
Also, we might want to go back with you when you go, just to introduce that yes, you are in fact who you say you are. But you probably have enough information about yourself to prove that. So who knows?
I think he nods. at that.
Actually, I'm very curious. What do you remember about your life?
He'll describe basically what do you want to know, basically, like what time period are you interested in, Sirius?
I'm honestly just curious about what gets carried over from reincarnation. Like, how much of yourself how much of your life do you remember? How much of yourself? Like, is there a time? Do you have all of your normal memories and your sense of identity, or is there like a cutoff? Do you remember how you died? Like,
I think that, like, because of the way D&D souls work, the answer is yes, there is a continuity. There is a preserved sense of memory there. So he'll tell you about his life. I think that the way that vampirism works is that, like, he remembers being the worst possible version of himself.
Skrios is taking notes.
A version like the kind of immature, bad day having version of yourself, or like not version of yourself, but like the what's the word I'm looking for? Like
the you all of your intrusive, the you all of your intrusive thoughts would create.
Kind of, but like cruel, right? Like like my intrusive thoughts are mostly about, like, not to like get into it, but if anybody's listening, like, probably self-harm talk in a second. Right. My intrusive thoughts are always about, like, hurting myself in very vague terms, not like doing terrible things to people. But this is like the kind of like casual cruelness where, like, the kind of like rejoicing in breaking someone's spirit, like seeing a stray dog and being like, I should kick that dog. Like like, I don't just I think he describes it as not just wanting to eat people, but wanting to hurt them first, like a kind of and the thing is, he didn't stop feeling like himself, you know, like continuity is maintained. He still had his memories, he still like liked the people he liked, and simultaneously he wanted to like take every aspect that made them special and made him like them and break it down until it was not there anymore.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Like yeah.
Can I would like to also ask if he saw, or if you saw anything. I don't know how I would describe the feeling of Vampir's influence. Aside from like a destructive, self-propulsing horror that seeks to infect everything it can reach.
Yeah. I've always tried to describe it as like being hungry or making it like wanting to make more of itself, you know what I mean? Like a kind of like a almost possessive.
Yeah, you know and I mean Skrios has felt it several times, like try to infiltrate something else he's already doing.
Yeah.
Like try to push its way through his magic somehow. And also not letting him go the way the other stars did. So he's felt it a bit, right? And so I think he's trying to ask how much of that he felt as a vampire.
I think he tells you that that's most of it. Like, you want to find the people you knew and turn them, or like give them to Strahd. That like the core motivation, the hunger there, the reason that the vampires feed isn't because they're like, it's not hunger in the traditional sense. It's this like overwhelming drive to like infect and create more vampires.
Mm-hmm.
That like, if he had to describe what the root of it all was, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's behind the possessiveness and the destructiveness, is to like make other people see it like you do. The
Yeah.
want to be understood, but like the crushing desire to take other people and make them like you so they understand you,
Mm-hmm.
and in doing so completely isolating yourself because
Yeah.
yeah.
Totally. I apologize, but I also have to ask whether that's something you can still feel.
I think what would I think he says, like, I think everyone can, right? But it's not something I have to act on anymore.
Okay. Thank you for your candor. If you're feeling any issues with that, do please come find us.
He'll nod at you and say, absolutely. Thank you again. I cannot believe that you did this.
You are welcome.
It feels like a weight off my shoulder. I think he just like, I think he tells you that he doesn't have anything. Like, he doesn't have money. He doesn't have like, but if you need anything, he'd do it.
Well, I personally need you to have a good life and enjoy yourself. So
You get to represent a new hope for Barovia. How many other people can say that this has happened? No, seriously, is this the first thing? I think this is our first.
Nikolai's like, leans in. Anna is like, should I? I'm pretty sure that I could say. And it's
Yeah,
like,
you had sword, not fangs.
That was like a little mumbled thing. That wasn't like a out loud.
I think
just saying.
Skrios looks a little bit relieved that you guys are talking because he felt like that was a lot of pressure. Like, have someone be like, "Thank you for my life." I think he's like, "You're welcome."
Yeah. If you need anything, I would do it for you.
Okay, that's nice.
Anna sitting there like, you are soft and would die again, but I'm not going to say that in a rude way. I'm just going to politely be like, live. How about that?
Anna and Bella, yeah. What you could do is be happy and healthy.
That's
like,
very
thank
funny.
you for taking that one, guys. Because I was like, I respect solemnity of your vow, and I don't know what to do with the feelings that you're kind of blasting at me right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's understandable, and I don't want to be rude, but I also don't know how to. I haven't had a lot of.
Congratulations, Skrios. This is your first cult member. This is your first worshiper.
Oh no.
Welcome to.
Yeah,
welcome
maybe I
to,
could put else right here too.
Welcome to somebody like going through fucking on a pilgrimage town to town, talking to all the people that you talk to, visiting the Durst house, making a fucking like, what's up?
The most exciting shit I ever heard. I can't wait. I hope that when Skrios gets back to his druid circle, if he doesn't just obliterate himself, becoming a martyr for this cult, that he's like, okay, yeah, I got back. Maybe Bella's doing a final, like he's on a mission or something. He's visiting home, or he's doing a cleanup. So it's just Skrios hanging out in his like hut, his little place, and he's like, somebody comes by and he's like, oh, I don't get a lot of visitors. Hello, and it's like 50 cult members.
I'm totally
They're like,
going,
we've traveled through dimensions to get here. Skrios is like, that's Well, my mom.
I just love the idea of them like they're dressed like you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah,
Like
and it's like so maybe some of the other druids are like, "Oh, are you guys also druids?" And they're like, "No."
the weird thing is like maybe
Sort of,
right?
maybe. Yeah.
Like just wait until they get to the Shrike and the Shrike's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, if
Yeah.
you're gonna dress up and make the star charts, understand what you're talking about, idiots.
Yeah, at least learn some fucking magic. Well, you know what? That could be fun. We'll just see. I also I think we were talking about what we would do after this. I think Skrios wouldn't mind taking like a year or something, not more than that, to like, okay, we should go unvampire the one that we made the bargain with. I mean,
Yeah.
hopefully the lifting the curse will do that. But if they need a reincarnation, we can get that done. Just check that everything's kind of set up. I'm not solving every fucking farmer's turnip problem, but the broad strokes that we feel responsible for, or we had an obligation to, like, we interfered in or whatever, like, fair enough. But I'm going home after this.
You won't
I'm just saying, if there's any vampire we need to turn back into like a halfling or something, it's definitely the one we left in the tree.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I feel an obligation to that person because I made a deal with them and I made a solemn vow. I said we could
I mean-
fix the vampirism and one way or another.
To be fair, I can fix it now so long as we do it within like a little bit of them being killed and the body is largely intact. Like,
Yeah, it's a lot of travel time though.
well, I'm not saying we're doing it right now. I'm just saying that we might not even have to reincarnate. We might just have to resurrect. You know,
Oh, totally. Yeah.
it's just Doru was 100% outside of my control. Like there was, I'd have to get true resurrection for that. So,
Gotcha.
Gross, what would your if Nikolai asked you to do the enrich the soil thing?
Hmm.
Because that's a spell you have, right?
Yes, it is. Yeah. It takes 8 hours to cast it that way.
Gotcha. What is
wouldn't be
that
a
one?
today thing.
No, absolutely not. This is like if you're gonna be in Barovia country for a year.
Well, I don't know if I don't want to spend the whole year. I'll 2 months if I can, but
Yeah.
I miss my druid circle and I want their help. I like knowing the risks that I've taken just being here for the last 2 weeks or whatever.
Mhm.
Like, I want the knowledge that I've amassed to be preserved more than anything else. Like, I think that's part of my duty to my circle and to just like the concept of star worship is like that's what we do. We amass knowledge and we record it, and I want to make sure that that outlives me.
Yeah, that totally
So I
makes sense.
want to go home and get some help building that first, and the rest of it we'll see. Like I'll come see your mom if you want me to. I think that's very cute. I would love to have dinner with her, but I have to see my family do that first.
Yeah, sure. Can I come too?
Yes, my moms would love you. At least, well, one of them definitely will. The other one, I don't know.
You
It's
know,
harder.
you'd be surprised the number of times I've heard that.
It's harder to impress.
I will have to be explicitly told if I'm not allowed to follow, Anna says.
I have no reason. You can also come if that's what you like. There's no
Wait,
reason
why
you
wouldn't you
can't.
come with us?
No, I assumed that I would. I have nowhere else that I need to be, is the thing. It's not like I have some. Protecting you guys is really my overarching quest, so I don't have much else.
I would love any assistance I could get. In Anna, you have quite a bit of knowledge of your own. If you would like to add some to the
Yes,
stores.
be happy to do so.
Oh, cool. I'm like falling asleep at my desk right now.
You need to get some rest, Mitch.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna try and lay down after this, but thanks for hanging out. Thanks for playing, everyone.
Yeah.
Sorry this was a short
Thank-
sesh.
Yeah, it was a
Thank
good
you
session.
for. But yeah,
Plus,
thank
it
you.
makes sense to have like our long rest, and then we can just now we're fucking killing Strahd next
Yeah.
time. Like it's a good
Yeah.
pause.
Giving you time. I apologize if I sounded stressed out after the bat thing. I had mispinned something I was working on to my fabric about 7 times in a row.
You're good.
All good.
Cool. Yeah. I wanted it to be a kind of like he's taking you seriously, like shit's on the table kind of moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, for Anna, it was definitely so you're just being a little piss baby. Got it. Still, I mean, the people here are in danger, and it's like we can't sit here constantly, and he will attack things that we care about. But it was also Anna being like, you literally just sent a bat to sit here and watch us the entire night, and then had him run away and bring back another buddy to watch us the entire night.
Yep.
When 2 of us don't sleep.
Yep.
Yup. Also, yeah, totally. I would love to enrich some farms and help literally improve the land. Yeah.
Yeah.
It only takes me a day to do that. Like I can.
You know, Nikolai just wants to make sure that like his first year in Vallaki is like really, gets the ball going the right way, you know?
Yeah, I respect that. And will probably do that for people who are not him as well.
Yeah, absolutely. You know he's gonna be like hanging off your arm while you're doing that shit, right?
Yeah, he's like kissing a baby and
like being seen with the person who's doing it. Yeah, exactly.
We have adventured together. We have a long history of working together for a common good.
I asked Skrios to do this for us, just so you remember that.
Skrios is like, I'm channeling nature right now. Could you take about 10 steps back?
And then you know that he's like bringing people away from you so you can do it uninterrupted, right? Like he is being like the most shitty, helpful motherfucker you've ever like. You're like, this is unreasonably helpful. This is like way out of character for you, Nikolai.
And then,
yeah.
Anna is the one who actually walks up and after you're done casts Greater Restoration so you're not exhausted anymore after 24 hours and is just like...
Oh, it's only 8 hours. 24 hours.
Okay, good. 8 hours, whatever it is. Just be like, Greater Restoration, here you go. No level of exhaustion. Have fun.
Bella definitely brings like a wine skin and some snackos throughout.
Got those, do not eat the oranges off of the Mercury sword.
It's okay, I have good berry. I just had popped a good berry before this.
I'm gonna cut the stream now.
All right.
Good night, everyone.